Hello, welcome back. My name is Lucas. This is lucasgvariety. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, where we're going to celebrate the Super Bowl by not watching it and playing Dungeon World instead. Thank you for joining us. My name is Lucas. I'm here with Outsider, 2017 the comic, also known as Dem, and Thaddeus, also known as Thaddeus. So, we are here for episode 2 of our Dungeon World, didn't say it right. Let me start everything over. No, we're here with Dungeon World, The Vagabonds, and I was going to give the recap, but I said, no, I'm not going to. I decided against that. I'm going to see if there is someone that would like to do the recap and how awesome it was from last week. Any volunteers? I was going to decide this before, but I just remembered right now. Dem disappeared. So that means it must be either Funkel or Rudiger.
All right. So, in our last adventure,
All right, perfect.
our intrepid adventurers were traveling along with a caravan. We had 3 carts with a human leader named Crow. As we're traveling along, we got accosted by a band of goblins. Most of them were kind of held at bay, but one of them was a female enchantress or summoner who unfolded from a cube a metal suit that enveloped the leader Crow, turned him into a mechanical dragon. Hilarity ensued, and we found out that the wand the enchantress had shot lightning, which was secretly a perfect weapon to destroy the dragon. And then we all went limping back to our caravans. The last plan was we would repair the caravans with the help of the remaining crew leaders. Her name was Lilianne. And then we're heading off to Telus tomorrow.
I think that was everything. That was all the major stuff. Thank you, Thad. Go ahead and mark yourself an experience point. I appreciate it. It was getting near dark. You guys were in the middle of this really cool looking woods where all the bark, the wood parts were like darker hues of the color wheel, and all the leaves and the foliage part were off the lighter colors of the color wheel. And there's lots of like buzzing little insects and weird birds and things that are like hodgepodge hybrid mixes. And then you were attacked by these goblins that basically, they didn't want what was in the caravan. They basically they broke the wagons because they were looting all the moving parts, the not machine parts, but all the sprockets and the gears and just the things that make the wheels go, right? Actually, they didn't really have wheels, but the sleds that were on them because they kind of glide across the ground. But they took pieces and then they ran away. And then you guys killed the dragon. And the fighter and the wizard had a little bit of a dispute for just a rage dispute for a second, and then it was all over, I think, right? You guys have this relationship that was, I don't know how to describe your relationship. You guys maybe don't necessarily all trust each other, but it's good to work with each other. I don't know.
I was just giving him shit.
Okay.
That was pure shit giving.
Okay. And he gave you pure fist in the nose giving.
To be expected.
Yeah.
Everybody answers with the skills that they have. Some use their brains, some use whatever's left.
Like a true smart-ass wizard, Uncle.
We'll see what's left of you soon. And then you can answer with that.
There's just a mouth on the ground. Yeah, come at me. Yeah. So, in the spirit of that, you had the 3 other caravan drivers. Lillian, she stepped up to take control of the caravan as second in command, now becoming first in command. And there's 2 other dudes that are also there. And they were starting to get to work on fixing and salvaging what they could. So, could someone just roll a 1d3? Just one of you guys.
Arya would like to also do something before we all leave, but I'll save that for later.
I was going to ask if you guys were, because it's getting near dark, were you guys going to set to make camp for the night or try to travel through the darkness? I mean, I think you're going to have to make camp or at least stay there.
We're making camp.
Yeah. So Lillian's like, you know what? I can fix. You guys rolled a 2. I can. One of these wagons is not going to work. It's just we're going to push it off the side of the road. But I can get 2 of these fixed by probably noon tomorrow, and we'll just load everything from the last caravan into these other 2, and we'll have to kind of double up on stuff. But I think you guys need to just keep a watch for tonight. We're going to fix them, get some rest, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. Any objections? And she doesn't wait for you guys to answer. She just turns around and walks away. Area. And whatever else you guys want to do.
So Area, after they decide to make camp, Area actually goes to all of the remnants of the dragon, and he goes to look for anything that might be like considered valuable metal, because since he is a dragon slayer now, he needs to have proof of his kill. So he wants to grab that because he also has some other ideas.
All right. I would say that sounds like a discern realities as you're investigating. And I was also going to say, as a group, you guys found 20 coin as part of the piecemeal armor from the goblins that you slew. So however you want to distribute that amongst yourself, you collected 20 coin in addition to the wand. That I remember Thunkel handed over to Area to finish the dragon off. And then
I took it back when he dropped it.
Yep, when he dropped it, you slipped it back in your pocket. Yes. I know it has 2 charges left, I believe. So...
Right.
So someone mark down 20 coin or divide it how you guys want. That's up to you. It's no secret from anybody else. And the caravan people had no interest in looting the goblins because, well, that's your business, not theirs. They were cowering in fear. You guys were doing the fighting and shooting each other with arrows and things like that. So if you want to go ahead and discern realities, Mr. Bard, you may do so.
So that is
Plus
wisdom.
Plus wisdom, yes, I'm sorry.
Plus wisdom. All right. Let's see. Sorry, my setup's not...
You're fine. Once you guys make camp and get several hours of undisturbed rest, you may level up, and we'll get to that pretty soon.
All right.
Okay. The thing is... Let me look at your character sheet. Okay. Okay. So, there's nothing major left because this thing really broke apart. What I'm going to say, though, is there's enough of the dragon's head intact that you can discern that it's actually it was a mechanical dragon. It was a machine. So there's enough of a trophy of that you can take. However, you cut yourself on the teeth when you pick it up, and you feel rather ill after that. Just about the way the oil and some of the stuff that's on the machine gets maybe in your bloodstream, something like that. And you feel real, just kind of nauseous, kind of after handling it. So you have a semi-intact dragon head, however big you want to discern it. But on your character sheet, you're going to take a condition, and that's where you check the little box underneath Constitution where it says sick -1. If you check that, you are sick and nauseous until you've had like several days of rest or some type of magical healing.
I don't see that.
Right under your Constitution score where it says 9, there's a little checkbox right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So basically when you roll con, it'll just give you a -1 to the roll.
Okay.
So nothing major. Well, it could be depending on if you're fighting off poison. So after you're handling it, you just realize that you're just like, ugh, I just don't feel good. Or whatever. However you want to display it. That is it for the moment.
Okay.
But you do have a trophy to show. And it's... it doesn't have any of Crow inside it, Oh, yeah. Did you guys bury him? I think the caravan people would want to have given him a small burial.
We didn't really talk about what happened to him afterwards.
All right.
Other than, he just splashed out in a shower of gore.
Okay, so, go ahead and talk about that.
But then he doesn't need a burial if he split. He's nothing but...
He kind of had an aerial burial, so to speak. That's gross, Luke. Don't say that. I'm sorry. Anyways... What do you guys do next? The sun's going down. The caravan workers are, they'll list you if you have to do anything, funeral things, but otherwise they're transporting the goods from the beyond repair caravan into the other two, and they're trying to fix stuff before they go to sleep. What do you guys do?
I am gonna keep a lookout and see if there are any goblins who might be like watching us or something from afar.
Okay. Are you scout? Okay. If you wish, you can discern realities. Are you guys looking to make camp or looking just to stay awake all night and keep watch?
Oh no, we're definitely making camp.
Okay. Okay. Because when we make camp, we can go to a take watch action.
Right.
That's an 8.
That was an 8 on.
The discern realities.
Okay, you can ask a question. Yeah.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Okay. What you'll be on the lookout for at this point is watching the trees as well as the ground. But after like listening to how they were running around, you know that you can recognize the sound of how they move because they have a lot of clingy, jangly, clicky armor because of their piecemeal armor. Mm-hmm. So at this point, with devastation here, you definitely be lookout for the local goblin tribe. When there's goblins in that number, they usually drive everything else away unless it's like some catastrophic huge beast, right? But where there's some goblins, there's lots more goblins. That's what you should definitely be on the lookout for. But as far as you can tell for now, they are not here.
Okay. They're
not around. They haven't returned. You feel as though they got what they wanted and they left. However, You're not sure if they're going to be pissed because you killed their spellcaster.
Right.
And the couple goblins got away, and then the ones that were linked together with the chain hands also got away. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Okay. All right. I just keep a lookout. Occasionally, just like using a whetstone or something to sharpen my sword and make sure it's kept sharp and looking good.
Okay. You guys want to officially make camp and just kind of skip to the next day?
I think we're good with that.
All right, take watch. I'm gonna say just for sake right here, because this is kind of I want to move on a little bit. If you guys are okay with that, we're gonna say.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How does healing work in this game? Because I'm at 4 HP and I would kind of like to heal some.
Aside from like taking potions and being magically healed, when you take watch, when you make camp, as long as you get a few hours of undisturbed rest, you heal half of your max HP, rounded down. So if you have like 19, you round down to 18, go half, you take 9 back. So whatever your max HP is, half of that rounded down, you would recover.
Okay.
Unless you have someone else heal you, that's what you get. Now, if you get like into the city and you actually like chill out and stay there for a couple days, don't get in trouble, you'll heal everything, and like area would recover his conditional losses too. Like his constitution would get better. So those things, when you get into a nice place where you can actually rest for several days. So you guys will level up, and we can talk about what moves you're going to take in those things. Let's see. Let me get out of my studio mode here.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is my sickness, is that considered an enchantment? Is that something I can heal with my arcane art?
That's not the same type of damage. It's almost like a poison or something like that. I'll look it up while we're leveling up here and just double check on it, just to make sure I'm not lying, because I could be. Who knows? So let me go to level up, and I'll just explain that for the audience and you guys. So when you level up, you subtract your current level plus 7 from your XP, and then you have whatever's left towards your next level. You choose a new advanced move from your class, and if you were a wizard, you also get to add a new spell to your spellbook. So that's for Thunkel. And then you also get to take one of your 6 attributes, your strength, dexterity, con, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, and increase one of those by 1. It's not going to change much, except it might give you a bonus. The only thing that's going to change anything else is if your constitution goes up enough to give you another hit point. If your constitution goes up, you're going to get another hit point. So
is there a maximum?
Yes, 18 is the max for all stats. So while you guys start to work on that, I want to know which point you put it into for your attribute, which move you took, and then for Thunkel, which spell he took. But while you guys do that for just a moment, I am going to double check on the conditions of things. Man.
Who's starting here?
Well, if you already know, we can go into it. I just wanted to... Let me just get down. I wanted to check something for that condition. I don't... As of right now, the condition is not going to heal. You're going to need like several days of rest. Recover. When you do nothing but rest in comfort and safety, after a day of rest, you recover all your HP. After 3 days of rest, you remove one debility of your choice. That's where that would happen, the Constitution thing. If you're under care of a healer, magical or otherwise, you heal the debility for every 2 days of rest instead. But you just have the one. Okay. So, does anybody want to go and... Do they know and go? And yeah, when you tell us a move, you can tell exactly what you do with it. So whoever is first and when they are ready.
Sure. I put a point into my strength. I'm only 1 point away from maxing it out. It's at 17 right now.
Nice.
Still just a +2 bonus. And the move that I chose was Interrogator. You parlay using threats of impending violence as leverage. You may use strength instead of charisma.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
No more Mr. Nice Guy ever again. Okay.
I'm going to get what I want.
I'll be putting my point in charisma. So, much like Rudiger, it's at 17.
Nice.
And then my advanced move is going to be Eldritch Tones, which basically means my arcane art works twice. So, arcane art either heals 1d8 damage, does 1d4 forward to damage, clears an enchantment, or helps with an assist. So with Eldritch Tones, I get to pick 2 of those instead of 1.
Oh.
Nice.
That's real nice. That's super nice. Okay. Let me just... I'm getting all your characters
Nice,
to work.
because hopefully I can heal and empower.
Yep. Alrighty. Mr. Thunkel.
Yo.
What up?
All right, so following the trend, I took my 1 point and put it into intelligence, taking me up to 17. Max that out first. My new spell is Magic Missile, adds 2d4 pure magic damage to one target. And the new move I added is Arcane Ward, or my new spell is Arcane Ward, +2 to armor if I have any spell of 1 or above prepared.
Say that again. How's it go?
As long as I have at least one spell prepared that's first level or higher, I get a +2 to armor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's really good. So as long as you haven't forgotten one spell, right, after you've used them all?
As long as I have one prepared spell left, that's all it takes.
Okay. And then the spell you said you took was Magic Missile?
Right.
Magic Missile.
I
want to read that too. So deals 2d4 damage to one target. So okay, so it's not like your normal damage. You just basically double it and just boom, 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 boom. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. You guys are feeling much better by the next... Oh, so how's your hit points looking the next day after you've healed half?
Me?
Yeah, all of you, I guess.
I'm at 16 out of 25.
Do we round up or round down?
Round down. When you have it, round down.
Okay. We got 4. I wanted to ask about that. So I've got healing potions. How rare are those healing potions in this game? How precious are they?
They're pretty precious.
Okay.
You're only at 4 hit points?
Right. I was down to 2.
So wait, what's your max HP then?
9.
So you would have gotten 4 back.
I thought you healed up to half your hit points, as in...
No. You heal half of your max HP rounded down
6
back.
then.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should be at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, holy crap, Fad. You're in big trouble.
So my HP is 25. Half of it rounded down would be 12. So I add 12 to my current HP.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I
Let
would
me.
also say if we're gonna all travel in the same caravan, area might just do a variety of like
Picking healing.
mandolin, all that stuff, and maybe can provide some healing to everyone as well.
A healing potion is if you buy it when you can buy it when you find it available. Healing potions are 50 coins a piece,
Okay.
which is a good lofty. But I'm not sure how much money you guys have. Who took the 20 coin, or how did you divide it?
I'll keep it in my purse.
Are you the money guy for the group?
Sure. Unless there's any objections.
Rudiger wants his money.
Okay.
Yeah, so does area.
All right. How are we going to split it?
Well, 20 divided by 3.
How about 20 divided by 3, and then we do like a coin toss or a dice toss for whoever gets the odd.
Rudiger's going to use his new ability, and he's going to muscle you out of the last
Oh,
coin.
jeez. There'd be two.
Oh.
There'd be 2 extra coins because you'd each get 6 coins, putting you at 18.
Right.
And then Lillian's like, well, the other 2 could go to us for our repairs that we inevitably have to take since you guys failed to defend us. That's where she steps in.
I'm going to say, no, I'm the one who killed the most of these assholes. I'm the one who was captured by this goddamn black dragon bitch. I'm the one who deserves the last coin.
There's 2 coins. How about I have 1 and you take the last?
Wouldn't the most of the coin go to the person that destroyed the biggest threat? Was that you, Rudiger? Or was that me? Was that Dunkel?
I'm about to be your biggest fucking threat right now.
Don't worry, it's okay. I mean, it's just 2 gold. Come on now.
I'm doing it. And I failed pretty miserably.
Wait, what'd you do? Oh, did you try to do your...
My new ability, Interrogator.
Nice.
So what happens when you... Wait, where's this move? I have to better find it. I better...
Says, when you parlay using threats of impending violence as leverage, you may use strength instead of charisma.
Oh, your parlay. Okay, so it's parlay. Oh, boy. You guys, you're going to spend more time fighting each other. You know, I'm just going to sit back and have enjoyment. So, you don't... No one takes you seriously because they're like, well, if you kill us, then you're all alone out here. You get no healing and no other magic. Or whatever. So, I think they just blink their eyes at you, Rudiger, or you guys tell me. You're sitting there in a group. Liliana's getting pushed out. She just wants a coin. So you guys can't...
I stick with what Area said.
What's that?
Shouldn't the coin go to the person that destroyed the biggest threat? Was that you, Rudiger?
Yeah.
Dunkel? Or was that Area, the Dragon Slayer?
Well, I think it depends on how you mean destroyed it. If you mean listen to my instructions and use the weapon I gave you, I mean, I'm just saying, you're kind of just an accessory to the destruction of the dragon.
Oh.
However, it was my devastating childhood that actually gave it the power, isn't it?
I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. Fuck it.
That's not surprising.
Money ain't worth this. Let's go.
I take the 2 coins and I toss them at Liliana. Liana, whatever her name is.
Lilian?
Yeah.
Well, she'd be happy with 1. I think Rudiger's out of the running on this one. Leaving
All right.
Hey,
leaving.
Liliane, you wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for Area, the Dragon Slayer. I think I deserve those 2 coin.
Why don't you parlay with her?
Which one is that?
That is plus your charisma. Leverage is something you have to have leverage over them. What's your leverage? The fact that you've kept her alive?
Yeah.
That's an 11.
I'm wasting my good rolls on 2 coin.
Oh, by the way, Dim, just in case you didn't do it earlier, make sure and mark an XP for your failure.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And I'm sure Rudiger got his XP. So Rudiger
Thanks
got
for that reminder.
Rudiger got 6 coin, Thunkel got 6 coin, and Arya got 8 coin. Do you get both coins back from her? She just grudgingly hands you 1, and then your hand is probably, I don't know if your hand's like still like this and or whatever, and then she's just like,
Oh, don't need to exhale. You know, I'm right. Thank you.
She sucks it in, gives you a really nasty look, which is for the
Don't
bard.
give me that look. If it wasn't for me, that dragon, you'd be in that dragon right now.
With Crow. Oh, God. What do you do about Crow? They want a burial for what's left.
They can do it. No one's stopping them.
Okay. You guys are such heroes.
They're alive to bury him. They should be proud.
I'm just gonna laugh all night. Oh, God.
Rudiger just says, Ground already buried him itself. Doesn't need much more of a burial. Just throw some dirt on it.
Throw some-
I agree with Rudiger. Let's just, whatever. Let's go.
Okay, then. Let's skip ahead. The pieces are buried. The coins been dispersed. Everybody got rest and level up. Thunkel got a new spell, and you guys got the two of the caravans fixed, so you can ride on. Oh, and because we stopped, everybody needs to mark off a ration for their food.
Okay.
For the last bit of this travel. And then it will be complete as we enter closer to the city of Telus. Did I say it right? Telus?
Yeah.
Telus. What up, Telus? Okay, we were talking about it a little bit. There will be some. Well, let's see what happens. Here, actually, I have something. There is a special move I was interested in, and it's on the page 4 on the character sheet PDF. Undertake a perilous journey. We're kind of past that because I think you guys were kind of close to Telus.
Yeah.
Carouse is something you can do when you want to get help or do things when you're in the city. Supply is something you can do when you're going to buy stuff. Recover is when you want to actually lay out and just totally heal up. And then there's a move called recruit if you guys want to take NPCs with you. So NPCs in this game, when they're recruited underneath you, will have a loyalty factor depending on how well you pay them or promise them what you promise them and pay them. So they're not fully fleshed out characters. They're kind of like cannon fodder that goes with you and can sometimes take the heat for you. Or you can use them, like the thief accidentally finds the traps by setting them off, So also, they can be potential characters that are waiting in the wings in case your character dies. Then they can step up and become player characters. That's just an idea for you guys later. But then there's also a move called Bolster, which means you spend your time in study, meditation, and hard practice, and you gain preparation, which means you gain +1 forwards to use on any roll when you go back out adventuring. So these are just things I want you guys to have in mind as you go into the city, because I think we're going to have kind of an urban adventure today. The last one I wanted to run by you, it's called Outstanding Warrants. Now, you guys have all been to this city before. Thunkel probably has the most history here. When you return to a civilized place in which you've caused trouble, roll Charisma, and there could be a complication. So I'm not saying that you guys might have a warrant on your head, but if you think it fits with your character when we get into town, we can go that route. Like I said, it's the first time we've come to the town in the game, so I'm not going to declare that, yes, you've caused trouble here or not, unless you think that maybe you have. So I'm going to say about midday, noon, 1 o'clock, you guys are kind of coming out of the forest, and it's, around the city, it's been cleared for miles, right? So they can see intruders coming. I think you're coming from the west towards the western side of Telus. And it's a grand city. It's got huge 100-foot walls just going across it, made of this, grayish white marble. You guys can also feel free to throw in some descriptions here. I see almost like a tower that stands out even maybe 200-300 feet tall from the center. And that's the government magical building where the magocracy rules, the Council of 12. And maybe we have a name for the Council of 12. If we think of it, we can put it up here. Someone, Thunkel, I'll leave that to you. You can give me the name of the Council of 12, the name of the actual government in charge, when you think of it.
All right.
You guys come closer. You see that there's roads as you get closer to where this gate of the city is. There's roads that clear off going south and going north. So other civilizations come to this point. East of the city, we see a large body of water. We can't really see it from your side, but there's a large body of water on the east side. What were we going to say, Arya? Please.
I was just going to say, since we are arriving at the town, Arya did play his mandolin on the trip back, so I don't know if you want me to roll for it or anything, but I want to try to heal Rudiger and Thad.
Yeah, I think it'd be a roll for each of them. What was that's your arcane art?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Let me just switch screens here. And who are you going for first as you guys approach the city?
Does it matter?
Yes. Because it depends on if you roll bad, it might affect them too.
Start with Rudiger.
All right, that is I believe plus charisma as you are arcane in it.
I fucking knew it.
Okay.
It worked though.
It's a raunchy song that you can definitely tell that Lilian, I mean, she didn't like you already. She fucking hates you by the time you get to the city. You can just tell that she hates your guts. However, you can still pick 2 of those things to apply to Rudiger.
So for Rudiger, I'm gonna heal 1d8 damage, and I'll do the 1d4 forward to damage.
All right. And Rudiger, you mark that down. No matter how long it takes, you can still apply that to your next time you do damage. It's just up to you to remember.
Understood.
And
so he heals 5.
And he heals
Okay.
5. So that's
I'm up to 21.
All right.
And thank goodness, because if he decides to hit me at one point, it's only going to do 1
Oh, no.
additional
No.
point of damage.
No. You don't have to roll that right now. That's something he would roll at the time when he does damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yep. Nope. That's fine. But
Crap, that's going to be a 4.
you know what? Even if he only adds a 1 if he attacks you, he's still rolling like a D10 on top of that. So I mean, he could still murder you hard. But go ahead and arcane art it up on Thunkel there if you'd like to. You guys are enjoying. You're sitting. You're walking. Ooh. So the tune changes. Maybe you play a little something else, or maybe you really get warmed up by that point. And...
No, it's even raunchier, but it's just really well done.
Okay. The other 2 guys in the caravan are just like, yeah, and they're singing along. And then Lilian like eyeballs them. Oh, nice healing. And then they kind of quiet down every time she shoots a glance at them. She's like on the front caravan with maybe one of the other guys hanging off the back, and has put all of you on the other one in the back. Like she doesn't want to be near you. And yeah, leads you towards town. I think I need to get my Discord back open.
And then Thunkel, the same with you. It'll be 1d4 forward to damage.
That's nice. That's very nice.
I'm a gracious demon slayer.
Thank you.
Let's go back to when we talk about... Okay. So, there was the Morung we talked about. So, Thad, do you know the name of the council?
It's the Brothethan chair.
The Brothethan
Brothethan.
chair. Nice. Tell us a little bit about this, if you like.
So the original founders of this particular school of magic, as it is now, were the Brothethan, and the chair name originally was one person who sat in the Brothethan chair, but of course it's politics and bureaucrats, so it's expanded to a council of 12. They're also referred to as the chair, or referencing, the chair decided this, the chair decided that.
Nice. And so you have 11 mages and 1, what would you call them?
They're
Politician? Bureaucrat?
Bureaucrat would be the best. They're usually the head of a powerful guild. Maybe it rotates. Maybe it's an election. Maybe it just looks like it rotates and it's all,
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
You don't even know. You're not here long enough to even know or care, probably, right?
It always looks legit, but they stay on the chair for years, so it's not like the annual election thing where there's a lot of chances to play with it. And when I was here, I was more worried about learning the things I shouldn't have been learning.
All right. Some dark art things. Yeah, okay.
Which probably goes into the, what was that called with the outstanding warrant?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because you're the one that has the most history here. Now, anyone else can tell me what they feel about themselves. How was it with you the last time you were here? You said it's been a couple years, right?
It's been a couple of years, and I don't believe I have any civil inquiries after me. I mean, maybe they found out some of the stuff that I did. I couldn't say, but I do know that the chair would like to speak with me. I'm not at the level where I'd be like infamous in the school, but if they found out I'm in town, the Morong might want to come and ask me to come and visit.
You know what? Go ahead and roll plus charisma. Let's just check it out. I like this. A 10.
What does that mean?
When you return to a civilized place in which you've caused trouble before, roll plus charisma. On a hit, which is 10 plus, word is spread of your deeds and everyone recognizes you. So that doesn't necessarily mean there's a complication. But
doesn't mean that it's bad.
Why would they recognize you as we come closer to the city? If you want to think about it.
Let me think about it.
Okay.
So, is it up to me whether it's good or bad?
Nope. It just says word is spread of your deeds and everyone recognizes you. That could be good or bad, but it doesn't mean there's actually a price on your head.
Okay.
There might be maybe a cop wants to rough you up, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means you did something that means that people are like, hey, there's that guy.
Right.
He did that thing. We still remember like 3 years later.
Okay.
He hasn't aged well either, man. Oh, I think he looks pretty good. Well, I don't know. If you would have done that, would you have aged well? Whatever. So,
I'll think about it.
And he walks into town with a shattered nose.
That's true. It's actually a little better now after some bardic music, but yeah, it might still be a little. He might be a little bruised under the eyes right about her. You're still
technically full hit points, but you know,
Rediger keeps finding like bits of shrapnel he's picking out of his skin as he's going. Like, oh, geez, I got one there. How did that get there? It's just, that's weird. I swear I was wearing my cod piece there.
Right in front of the guards, right before we enter. Just like looking down and like, you're
just pulling something out of your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hate it when I get like a tiny little sliver in my finger and I obsess about getting it out. I can't imagine being loaded with metal shavings and blah. Anyway, it's gonna make weird sounds all day. Here we go. You guys approach. Lillian's like, all right, you guys been here before, you know the drill. They're gonna come, they're gonna search all our stuff, they're gonna do their weird things on us. And of course there's demons everywhere. Everyone has a demon practically. If you don't have a demon, you're not popular apparently. And then they're gonna let us in and open the wall up. So, you know, don't be stupid. Especially you.
This damn town.
She points at the bard. Especially you. So
You don't have to worry about me.
I'm good. So you guys approach, and like the road becomes cobbled and paved. The closer and closer you get, and like the path from the west wall splits off, let's say like in 5 directions. So it goes like north, south, west, and then like northwest and southwest. So it comes from all these different civilizations, right? To the city, only at this one spot, only on the west wall. But as you get closer, there's like a frame, like a gigantic frame for a gate that would be like 3 carts wide and like 4 carts tall. But it's almost like a steel frame, but there's still wall there. There's no actual gate. Because you guys know that this is a city. As the rumors have it, when the gods destroyed themselves, this is a spot where one of the gods fell to the earth physically and died. And they called it a node, and upon this place, they built a city. Because of the magical essence being so condensed here, the demons ran wild. So what did humans do? Of course, because they're humans and wanted to harness the power for themselves, they built a civilization on top of this node of a dead god where demons roamed and enslaved demons to become, basically their servants. So maybe some are willing, maybe some are not, maybe there are bargains struck. But as you get closer, there's like, I don't know, how many guards out front? Like 4 guards. And this is a place that's mostly human, like 99% human. There might be an elf or a dwarf or a halfling here, but people like to keep it pure, as some of the people here. So, Aria, you've been here before. How did they treat you last time you were here?
I more kind of stayed with like at the pub, kind of maybe the lower class, more seedy area.
Okay.
So I'm probably not as well known as our mage here.
You kept it down the down low. That's fine.
Kept it on the down low, and if I happened to do anything that maybe was less than desirable, I pinned it on someone else.
Okay. So there's no outstanding warrants possibly on your head, no deeds that which everyone recognizes you then?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Rudiger? If you change your mind, let me know before we get in the gate here.
I mean, the only thing that people might know him for is like maybe throwing a fucking demon hooker off of him or something, or like Rudiger isn't really big on the whole like demon enslavement idea. He's used to just killing demons, not enslaving them or doing things with them or anything like that. So
Okay.
he might be known for like being at a brothel or like a tavern or something, and just making a ruckus about these demons being here.
So almost like a, I want to say, like you're not really a protester, but you would protest to the idea and get loud about it maybe once in a while.
Yeah.
But you don't stand outside of City Hall with a sign saying "Free demons now," so I can kill them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And some demons may take like an ethereal or a non-physical, non-tangible manifestation, but a lot of demons are very, very physically there. And you see that as you see 4 guards as you get to the front gate. They each have a demon, and each demon, no matter what they look like, shape, size, color, weird oddities off them, and there's all kinds of different ones. They all have small bracelets or collars that kind of keep them in line. I think that's kind of how we decided off key, right? So that's what you see. Like there's a line of wagons coming, and every now and again, basically, you see that there's 4 guards and there's a 5th person, we'll say, it was definitely a mage. And every once in a while, like he'll open the wall, and we'll get to that in a second. So they basically check through a bunch of carts, and then when they find it safe, they open the wall, let everybody in, let everybody out, and then it closes again. So, does anybody else have an outstanding warrant roll to make that possibly, or has everybody else been on the low DL enough that?
Yeah, area ultimately doesn't, but his attitude is kind of like, I don't have any outstanding warrants, do I? No, I don't. Not that one time. No. If not, okay.
Are you not sure? Like, is there a possibility that you don't know that there's a warrant out for you?
Let's do that. If that's how you want to roll it.
I'm definitely okay
Like
with that. I definitely, if so, you roll plus charisma, and we'll have some fun with this. It's all about the fun.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, all right. So, she has been okay. I'm gonna keep it to myself for a minute, but there we go. We got a 9. Rudiger, are you clean?
Probably not. No.
Not now. Let's. Oh,
Probably not. No. That's another XP, I guess.
that is another XP.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And everybody's worried about area being the problem here.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, there was that case where you were in a brothel, and there were human whores, men, women, all different types, but there were some that were demons that were forced to work that trade. And I think maybe one tried to seduce you, and you didn't like it, and maybe you threw him or her right through a window or something like that.
Probably just went like, "Get off me, bitch," and fucking just swung my big meaty fist and like crushed her fucking jawbone or something on the wall.
Now, do demons die in this world, or do they die and it takes a long time to come back? Like, how does it work for demons?
I imagine, and correct me if you guys have any better ideas, but my thought usually is that demons, when they die, their essence of like darkness and evil fades from this world, and then it travels back to like their original plane of existence, and then at some point it might coalesce into a new demon.
What about an idea that their essence, whether good or bad, becomes magic in the world? They become a part of the magic.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I'm just throwing ideas out. I'm not saying that's what we should do.
That provides an interesting view on how this place runs itself. If they just throw demons into a hopper and grind them up.
That could be. I mean, and we had mentioned something about there's like a dark underground under the like flashy, high tech, high magic city. There's also kind of a dark, seedy underground, which is probably where Rudiger was maybe at that point. That's up to him. I don't know. And they might dig deep enough to harvest like weak demons for that, and they might fatten them up, so to speak, just to grind them into magic dust or something that way. Like Thunkel, that might be something you know more about. And
Interestingly, it is.
You know what? You can. This should be where we're doing a lot of spout lore, but we're kind of building the world together, so it's not. Like I'm not requiring spout lores, but you know what? Why don't you spout lore for me on that part specifically? That's a plus intelligence. Mark XP.
That's not something I actually know about.
Mark XP.
All right.
You've heard on good authority from some of your friends that that's something they do in the CD. Okay, you think that they grind demons up to magic dust?
I know that I know that demon portions of demons and at the death of demons, energy is released, and I know that you can use this in spells. I maybe don't know how this goes into the politics of the city itself.
Yeah, they don't. People like to use demons. Okay, I don't want to refer to slavery, but if you think of the actual slave trade, like the slaves are worth more alive than dead.
Right.
If they became diseased or run away or punished enough, like they were bad, yeah, they get rid of them. But otherwise, they don't want to kill the demons, right? However, there are shadier, darker circles, either at the top powers of the city or at the darkest underbelly. In the middle, no, it's all normal. But at the, possibly at the top and possibly at the very bottom, there's different things that happen.
Right.
Okay. We got some interesting things. We got some different answers on the outstanding warrants. All right. So Thunkel's all right. Area's, yeah. And Rudiger, man, someone is out for your blood. And we're going to get to those things later on.
Well, unless it's someone of Rudiger's stature, he's probably not going to win that fight.
True that. Okay. So you approach the wall. They're going through the different groups of caravanners that have come in and traveling from other cities. And there's other drivers, as we call basically the groups of men and women who guard the caravanners, right? There's other drivers that you've seen. Maybe you recognize a few names. Some are more popular, famous than others. Some, there's might be like only one driver that goes with this group, and there might be like 10 drivers that go with this group. It's just all different. But everybody sees your group coming. They're like murmurs of the Vagabonds, come to the surface. And everybody's getting their turn for inspection. And as we go, each caravan is inspected top to bottom. So you got 4 guards, you got a mage, and then let's say you have like 10 other lowlies that are coming through doing the actual inspection. So Liliana's she's like, no one make trouble, especially you. That's where I was earlier. And she like eyeballs area. And then she steps down to open up the caravan back so the guys can start going through. Uh-oh. Something's brewing over there.
This is a really dumb joke, and I'm not sure if I should say it, but...
Yes, you should.
You said lowlies.
I said what?
Lowlies.
Lowlies?
Like Lolicon or something.
Man, can't get away with saying anything.
Not with me around.
No. So what do you guys do? Because they basically, how like when you go through security, they wave the wand over you to make sure you don't have any metal or anything like that. That's kind of what they have here. They have like these the lowlies, the low guys, the low mages have little wands that they inspect the stuff with, and they inspect every individual.
made of metal as almost.
Yeah, no, it's not so much the metal. It's in this case, it's to detect for things that you shouldn't have in other things. They basically make sure that no one is harboring a lot of evil essence, evil magics, or not necessarily evil magics, but demons, because demons are something they control, and they're very popular around this area. So they're making sure that no one is harvesting or is possessed or anything like that, right? So
I have a suspicion that my wand is probably going to set off their detectors.
why is that?
Because it shoots lightning out of it and it was held by an evil person.
Oh, the wand, you said.
The wand, yeah. I'm hoping that I can find a way to sneak it past the guards, like a defy danger kind of thing.
Well, if you know what, you can spout lore on that if you'd like,
Okay.
to see if you think a magical item would not be safe to bring in.
Or this one in particular. All right, I'll spout lore.
Let's see if you can. Holy cow! That mark your
I don't
XP.
know.
Mark your XP.
No idea.
It's this city's already changed so much since you've been here. The walls used to only be 50 feet high, not 100, and they used to have a physical gate, not a magical gate. And it's been a couple years, but they've changed a lot of stuff in that time. My cat, doggone it, cat. Quit.
And of course, I have no idea what this wand actually is.
You know, it's a wand of lightning as far as you can tell, and you have no idea if they think it's going to be bad or not. So what do you do with the wand, or what do you do in general?
Oh, I'm familiar with the sniffers at the gate, and I've tried sneaking past them before. I don't have nearly enough preparation this time. I just have it out. It's just there if they want to see it.
Okay.
If it's really a problem, I'll get it from them later.
Okay, got it. Oh, and let me ask you a question on the side. Did you ever read your ritual requirements?
I did, thank you.
Okay. Yep. You once you get inside, you guys can go about your business, do whatever you want. That's what we're going to do in just a second. Once we get past this gate, which could be an adventure in itself. So they're checking all the cargo. Everything is good. It turns out the cargo they have is nothing but boxes, little black steel chests about this big. But each one is like a small chest of holding, like a bag of holding. And each caravan had like 20 of them. So each caravan now has 30 because of the splitting of the other one. So in each of those little chests of holding are almost like another like 10 by 10 by 10 foot room, which then is packed full of supplies, materials, whatever they're bringing in. So they can bring a lot of things in with smaller carrying capacity because they use all this extra dimensional space. So you guys are like, okay, Thunkel maybe find that interesting or whatever. But and they open each one, they're waving their wands in there, they're doing that, and then they line everybody up. They're wanding Liliana and the other two guys, which we haven't named. Maybe they're important, maybe they're not. Maybe we can come up with names of them. Maybe that doesn't even matter. It's not that important. Okay, I'm just going to pick two names very much at random. Ooh, these are a lot of weird names. Okay, anyway. And then they come to you guys. You got Orth and Sithvase. I don't like that name, I don't think. But anyway, whatever. So they come up to you, and this mage steps up. Let's see. It's a low. We'll call him a low mage for lack of better term of office at the moment. And his badge says his name is Tid, T-I-D. Low mage Tid. He's like, all right, line up, arms out, gotta do the wand thing. You know the drill. What do you guys do?
I'll walk up. And then I'm going to do something. So for reference, has anyone seen The Hateful Eight?
Yep.
I have not.
Okay. Arya walks up and is like, go ahead and do what you need to do, guys. I guarantee I do not have a lick of bad magic on me. And right at that point, Arya throws up like Kurt Russell in Hateful Eight. We're just like,
You just throw up?
How do you do that?
It's because you weren't.
because he's sick.
You were sick. That's right.
All right.
God, this is why I hate letting elves into the city. These pointy-eared bastards are just sick all over the place. And this guy just steps back as you hit his robes, like right around his feet, ankles area, and his robes are just splotched with your nasty goo.
Oh, sorry, guys. Arya just wipes off the vomit, kind of flicks it on his robe, and he's like, you needed to wash that anyways.
Okay, well, you wand out clean. I don't see any other reason to make you do a roll because technically you didn't do anything wrong. You just got sick. You're looking a little green behind the gills, though, for sure. What did you do with the mech dragon head that you had? Where'd you put it?
It's in his. He's kind of got like an over the shoulder.
Oh, I should have assigned it a weight. I'm going to say it's a weight of 2 because it was rather large and made of metal. So I should assign a weight just for your capacity of carrying. Weight 2. Otherwise, it's just a plus cool because it is cool. And there's no human bits in there. I think maybe you've washed that out. All right. Who's next? Who steps up next?
I'm going to go up next. And just as I'm about to politely and serenely surrender myself to their examination, I cast fear on one of the people over there who's being inspected to cause a little commotion and, just kind of slip by the cursory wanding.
So you are okay. You okay? All right. You want to try to cause a distraction just as he's like starting to scan you, like you're trying to time it just perfect enough to make it seem.
He gets started before he gets to the step. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, great.
Okay, he's like he's going over he's just going up over the wand, and you're just kind of like maybe your incantations and your hand movements are just real slight and covert enough to try to get the spell off, right? So go ahead and roll. I think plus your int.
Int.
Yes, sir. All right. Let me see where that's because it's all about casting them spells, them wizard spells. I have to keep wizard spells. Okay. And ritual spell defense cast a spell. Okay. Jeez, I should probably 146. That's where I need to go back to. Page 146. Okay. So what'd you roll? That was an
8.
Partial success. Okay. 7 to 9. The spell is cast, but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention. Put yourself on the spot. The spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it is cast. Take negative ongoing to spells until next time you prepare and rest. Or after it's cast, the spell is forgotten.
I'll disturb the fabric of reality.
Oh my gosh, I was so hoping you would say that.
Yeah.
So you cast it on one of the other caravanners, right? What did you make him or her afraid of?
Their backpack.
Why is this on me? It's grabbed me. It's choking me. And this young, like she's probably 18-year-old caravanner, just like rushes off, human girl, and just starts like trying to rip her backpack off, and it's like her clothes are ripped from it. The guards are just kind of like, this is the sign for like jaw dropping, just kind of like, ugh. And they're just like, what? And she's already been scanned, and she's just like thrashing her around, and she throws the backpack down and starts stomping on it and then runs away. They're distracted. So as the guy's like wanding you, he's just like, what the? And he turns for a second. And Thad, and I remember I might have confused it on screen last time, but you're the one that got black misted when
that's right.
Area was casting. So suddenly in your head you hear a voice, and it's very sultry, and it's very, well, to you it sounds female. It's like, Thunkel, that's very, very clever. Are you worried that you might get in trouble as you go into Telus? This is all in your mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of asks you a question. You feel as though this presence is waiting for your response.
There's always trouble when I go into Telus.
Well, I think you've given me a ride to where I want to go, and I want to continue inside, but I'm kind of worried they might detect me. But your cleverness may have just given me a free pass.
Spout lore. Actually, discern realities.
Discern reality. Okay. Well, just tell me what you want to do.
What I want to do is I want to figure out where this voice is coming from, and it sounds like she's given me enough to know the only new trinket I've picked up is this wand.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Say that last part again.
I want to figure out where this voice is coming from that I'm having a discussion with.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I have a suspicion.
Yep, I would say that's discern realities.
Okay.
So plus wisdom.
Finally.
What'd you get here? What'd you get? Oh,
Well.
snap.
Finally, useful.
It's the voices within you. You think back to when you got black misted, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute! I definitely have the presence of a demon, and it's in me. It's not possessed me. She's probably working on it, but she's gotten through the front door. Now she's trying to get into the inner sanctum of my soul. So she's she's not taking over, but she's in there, and she's trying to freeload herself in." And you're like, oh, and you remember back to when the head of the goblin spellcaster was cut off and a black mist escaped and flew away.
Right.
And then just a minute or so later, a black mist came down and infused itself into your eyes and nose and mouth. And you're like, oh, I bet that was the same one. Matter of fact, you're sure of it. And so you got this freeloader, kind of like a virus, that hasn't made you sick yet, that is trying to, it's inside you. It's trying to go along for the ride.
Right. Okay. Well, I'd love to have an ongoing discussion with her, but first we have to get past the portal. Any suggestions, lady?
She goes, I think you just managed. I was quite worried. I was about to try to make a move and take control, but I think I'll just sit right back. And maybe once we're inside, we can help each other out.
Sounds fair.
Just don't try not to go to, and she mentions the name. What would be the people or the guild? Let's say it's a guild name. There's a guild that probably helps. When people are like, you know what, I got enough money. I want my own demon. I'm going to go to the store, the guild store, and I'm going to purchase this collar to go on a demon of my choice. Like, what's the name of the business that provides demon slaves to people? Or one of them, maybe. There might be more than one.
They're just the binders.
The binders. I really like that. She goes, I would just request that you don't go straight to the binders and have me ripped into a collar. I don't want that.
Oh, I don't need them for that.
Okay. All right. So he's away from a second. All right. No problem. All right. So you caused enough of a distraction. You disturb reality. So yeah, the wand guy doesn't come back to you. He moves next to Rudiger. Rudiger, do you stand in attention while he wands you? That sounds weird, but
He's just got a sword like this, and he's just like,
just while you're just while he's like, wait, let me get my wand. Yep, and you're clean.
I just like push him aside, keep going.
Okay. And the demons that we've seen standing in attention with the guards will say, like, I don't know, because there's going to be all kinds of demons, right? And without using all the stereotypical demons we find, like, I would just say these are the demons they have. I don't know, what do the demons look like that are one? There's one each for the 4 guardsmen, which basically makes them like 8 people. What do these demons look like? Let's go with Rudiger on this one.
I would say they probably look like they're probably female. They probably have like frilly, almost maid-like dresses on, and they have like sunken black holes for eyes, and like gray hair, and they just kind of like almost in like a Japanese fashion, just kind of like bow and say a greeting like "Welcome to Telus," like a short description of what it is and that sort of thing. Just something that they've probably been programmed or whipped into them.
It sounds creepy as F. And the thing is, if someone tried to break in, like, they could probably go crazy demon on people, like, in an instant, right? Like, they look, I don't say normal, but they look docile, but they could probably turn not docile, non-docile rather quickly, right? So everybody steps aside. The guards clear. The low mages step to the side. They don't have demons. They just have wands, and they're doing little jobs. And Liliana's like, looks at everybody. She's like, oh, good. And that crazy bitch just went running out there so we can get in sooner. And then the one high mage that's there, he doesn't have a demon with him. At least he doesn't seem so. And so he turns, and the high mage just snaps his fingers, and his demon appears. And let's see. What's this one look like, Thunkel? This is going to be the one that actually opens the wall to let people in and out.
It's a large salamander lizard-looking guy. Not like straight lizard man, just kind of soft limb, blobby kind of creature, long tail, kind of corpulent body. And you can see he just pushes the wall through space, like into a different dimension.
You know, because salamanders sometimes have like the ability of camouflage, right? So maybe it's on the wall. It becomes it becomes corporeal, and then it like fades into and the wall gets pushed into like nothingness.
It doesn't. It has a similar act of not camouflage, but it actually like leaves existence when it needs to hide, and so instead it takes the wall with it.
Takes the wall. That is awesome. I'm gonna run into the restroom real quick. Catch the Dem up on the other demons and what just happened, and I will be back in about a second.
All right.
Well, Dim, there were some almost maid-looking demons with like sunken eyes and turning into like black holes that were bowing and saying a greeting. And then there was a salamander demon who, well, Thunkel, go ahead.
It's a large, corpulent kind of salamander thing with a tail on it, and it slithers up the wall onto where the door would be. And the whole thing kind of fades out in a Cheshire Cat style. It's a demon that, when it needs to hide, it just leaves the plane of reality, and it took the doorway with it. That's how they open and close their door.
Salamander is just common with the gate opening.
What's that?
This is common though, or is this because of your?
That's what it looks like. It just fades out with the door. Whether you guys know it leaves a dimension, I don't know.
Right, I know, but is that how they usually open up the door?
Yes. This is their way of opening it. They have a demon who's in the shape of a salamander that does this.
Nice.
Out of the way, Cat. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. So the salamander demon camouflages the wall into non-existence, and the large framed-in area opens up, and there are people on the other side, caravans waiting to leave, and other travelers, and your caravan's ready to go in. So they kind of go. It's like a big 2-lane road, and you guys move into the city and are officially in. And then the wall is closed, and you're in this gigantic, I don't know, is it a metropolis? I think it's probably, this place is built on power and money, right? Like, I think it's a pretty wealthy upper, I don't know, I don't want to say metropolis, but it's a big place.
Yeah.
Actually, I have some notes here. I think most of the streets are cobbled. There's a lot of stonework, a lot of brick. I think maybe there's some wood foundational like structures for some things, but I think the primary is a lot more stone, a lot more sturdy things. So you guys kind of come here, like there's all kinds of people, and like a lot of the people, there's a lot of carriages and a lot of weird stuff. Like a lot of the people that are like middle to upper class all have their own versions, their own demons that come in all shapes, sizes, colors. Some that look humanoid, some that look even like human, some that look like tieflings or succubus or incubus. You know, there's just a whole variety, right? You're just looking, there's something new everywhere you look. And there's vendors, and it's just your typical medieval fantasy city. City of Telus. So the prosperity is moderate, so most mundane items are available. Lots of types of skilled labors. This is just the stuff. The population is steady, so it's in line with the current size of the steading. There's some slow growth at this point. The defenses are definitely guards that have their own demons as well. There's a huge market here in the middle of the city. Actually, not in the middle of the city, because I think the government tower is there. And you guys feel free to throw some stuff in as well. But then there's also a guild of, which is called the Chair. And they're the government that runs the place. So you guys are in. What do you do? You've made it. Your job. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's finish that off. So Lilian's like, all right, we're gonna go over here. She takes you down a few blocks to the southwest of the city, where the shipment's being delivered. They arrive in, and she's like, all right, we made it. We lost Crow, and some of the people that come out to greet her are like, oh no, Crow, no. But this probably happens all the time where people are dead and replaced. So they didn't have their own demons take. That's why they took drivers. So you guys are all paid what you're promised. You're all paid 30 coin for what your job well done. They should try to threaten for more, but I think 30 is actually a fair coin price. So that's for each of you. And then she's pretty much, all right. She goes, we're done with you. You guys go find your own work or get drunk or whatever the crap you guys do on your off time. I gotta see to Crow's financial stability and talk to his sister and see what she wants to do. And yeah,
We don't really care.
she goes, shut up. No, she doesn't. She just eyeballs you. She finishes slapping the coin in your hand, and she dismisses all of you.
Had the problem with me.
So, yeah. What do you
I
guys
turned
do?
to the other two. All right, we've got our pay. Are we getting hotels? I guess what I want to know is, are
In?
we going to split up? When do we want to get more money?
Let's say we all go our separate ways, maybe for the day. See what we can find,
Mm-hmm.
and then rendezvous right about here, and see what we can do.
How long? Until you rendezvous.
How long do you guys?
Why don't we rendezvous at the hotel we usually stay at, the one place that we're still welcome in? Or that. Well, wait. Wouldn't the bard have like free lodging somewhere with his reputation?
I think there's actually something the bard can do like that in a way. You guys tell me.
Spout lore. I know a hotel or accommodations that would allow me to do the business I want to do. That's where I would choose to stay. Why don't we meet there?
Oh, okay.
You want to spout lower?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's not terrible.
Okay, so first of all, give me a name of this inn.
Inn of the Prancing Pony.
Are you kidding me? No. No. Not that Tolkien's going to care at this point.
What is the
The prancing horse.
murdered? What is it? The murdered prince? I don't know who it was from.
I'm going to go to my random fantasy generator and do it that way if you know having a fantasy inn. All right. That's not what? That's not what I want. All right, places. Hotel names. That is like real stuff. Okay, so fantasy imp names. No. Hotel, hobbit, horse. Well, that's going to take too long. Anyway, so what business were you looking to do when you were referring to I can go there?
I need to deal with some of the darker magics that work in this town. I need to get poison for one. So I'll be working with the people who make those things.
Okay. Ew, that doesn't work. The poor beard.
Sure.
Okay, so things have changed enough in the city. You don't have your old stomping ground, wherever it was. That place doesn't even exist anymore. You've only had to go off rumors. You've heard that the poor beard, which is in the underbelly of the city, you got to find the dangerous parts, may be a lead, but you're not quite sure.
Okay.
How did you hear of this information of the poor beard?
The poor beard. On the way in, I asked one of the local beggars, the ones who always know what's going on, where I could get a pint of blood ale, which, it's kind of innocuous, but it's not a question you'd ask a beggar. It's available everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. The blood ale, right. It's what all you junkies want. Yeah, check out the pole beard. You're gonna have to go down to the second sub-level of the city if you can make it down there for at least. That's what it's going to be. All right. So
I want to use my cantrip to make it look like I threw a coin into his cup, but I didn't.
what spell is that?
Cantrip.
Okay. Roll, I guess, plus your int, I guess. I'm assuming, right? Oh, crap. That's good. Cantrip.
Yeah.
Is it prestidigitation?
Yeah, prestidigitation.
All right. So, okay. All right. So, you got the middle thing, right? Unwanted attention, put yourself on the spot. Spell disturbs fabric of reality. Or after it's cast, spell is forgotten.
How does that work with cantrips? Do I just lose my cantrips?
You just can't cast it again until you've had to rest and re-prepare your spells for the day.
I just lose the spell.
Okay. He's like, oh, thanks, mister. As it goes chink clink into his little beggar cup.
Yeah.
Was that when we were all together?
Probably when I'm picturing it just after we passed through the portal. Your guys are around, but it was just supposed to be like a sidestep.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a little low too, area. At least you come and go, just so you know.
My microphone.
Okay. So we're gonna come to. Does anybody need a break, or are we good to keep pushing on? You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Hopefully that's better too.
I got my break in, so that's good. I was gonna find a spot where you guys can just talk freely. So you agreed to split ways, which is hard in Dungeon World, but I'm just gonna bounce back and forth between you guys and meet back at a certain location at a certain time in a couple days. So we'll just say like maybe it's in 2 days worth, unless you need to hail each other before that. Thad, have you figured out what the thing is that you do? I'm sorry, Thunkel, have you figured out what the thing was that you did?
I do, actually. So while I was finishing my studies, I was apprenticing with the binders, the ones who bind the demons. And I was not thrown out, but I was not welcomed anymore. As I was strongly related to an event that led to the disappearance and or death of one of the chair members. So it's known that I was there. It was kind of a large public event, but I left before anybody really got to ask what happened.
So there's a public event, maybe where you were helping to bind a demon to one of the chair members, and they disappeared into the fabric of reality, or something.
Something like that, yeah. It wasn't like a public spectacle, but it was known that I was around for it.
Okay, yeah. So the chair might have questions for you at some point, but you kind of took off.
Mm-hmm.
That really has developed in the past. Okay, so I'm going to jump from you for a minute as you probably head towards the second sub-level of Telus.
Right.
Area, Rudiger, there we go. What do you guys do? What's your next moves?
I am going to find a blacksmith to get my armor repaired and make sure that my sword is in good condition.
Okay. Which I don't think should really cost anything so much, because I don't think you can get your armor damaged, but you can also look at things to buy if you want. You guys, in the core book, there is a place where you can look at regular things to buy if you have, or you can ask me. But yeah, you can definitely head towards a blacksmith to take a look. If there's not any mechanical things about repairing. I keep quoting too much. But I would say that's like the regular run-of-the-mill thing that someone with weapons and armor would do, right? Just to make sure it's all in good shape. Especially your sword, which you feel is like just a powerful beast of a weapon. I mean, it was once a part of a larger weapon that's now been refined to fit a big man, right?
Aside from that, I would probably... You said carousing is like getting information and just kind of hanging out, right?
Yeah, carousing. That's when you guys have 100 coins to spend, at least in here. I would say I would even go with like 50 coins because I think it's a lot. When you return triumph and throw a big party, spend 100 coin and roll plus extra 100s or extra 100 coins spent. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you do a +1 extra per 100 coins you spend. On a 10 plus, choose 3. 7, 9, choose 1. On a miss, you still choose 1, but things get out of hand. So you can befriend a useful NPC. You hear rumors of an opportunity. You gain useful information. You are not entangled, ensorcelled, or tricked. So you can basically throw a big hoorah. You spend money. People love it. You tell your story. And you can sometimes get bonuses for future endeavors. I'll even say for this ruling that you can do 50 coin plus because 100 seems like a lot.
I don't have quite that much, but I will go ahead and go to the nearest tavern I see and just like push open the door and start the whole ritual.
Okay, so you go to the blacksmith first.
Go to the blacksmith first, get my armor repaired, and I probably sit and wait there on it because I don't want to go anywhere without my weapon.
Nope.
I don't want to go anywhere without my armor, but I did find a picture of probably what he looks like outside of his armor.
All right.
I'll put that in. You want me to put that in Discord or Roll20 or?
Discord's fine.
Okay.
And then you're going to head to a tavern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
League championship something. Okay. Let's just... All right. That dude's ripped.
Yep. He's huge.
He's huge. He's a huge beast of a man. All right. So what's the name of this tavern / brothel, if not, or just tavern or restaurant, like whatever combination of whatever in what is it and what is the name of this place?
An impolite castle.
Impolite. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Impolite castle?
An impolite castle.
Yep, impolite. Okay, I thought you were going to say in as an INN dash like it's a play on words, but I like impolite. Impolite castle. What is this place?
This place is just probably the kind of place that he loves. Just a really seedy, really down and dirty kind of dive bar. And the bartender is probably a woman, probably in her 50s or 60s, looking real haggard. And I just go up to the front to the bar. I don't even sit down. I just
Are you
slap.
Are you still in your armor?
Oh yeah, I put my armor on
Okay.
right after it was done.
Okay.
I slap 5 coins on the table.
Wow.
And I say, "This will do me for the night, right?"
Oi. What's her name? Miss
Yana.
Yana? Some mistress Yana. She's like, I ought to do for several nights, I believe. Come about spending your coin again, eh, Rudiger?
It's the only place that does it the way I like it here. I fucking hate this city. You ain't got none of them fucking demon assholes here, do you?
Oh, there's always a few floating around here and there, but no, none that's worked for me. I'm not rich enough for that. Actually, let me ask you a question real quick. Where is this place? Is it on the main level of the city, or is it one of the 3 sub-levels of the city, each one getting darker and nastier as we go down?
Probably on the first sub-level of the city.
First sub-level, okay. Yeah, so I have plenty of clientele that bring their demons in, but I've not been able to go to the binders and afford me my own personal servants. Got to hire real people for that job.
Well, just keep them away from me. I ain't got time for that shit.
All right. So a week's 30 charisma coins. Okay, a week's stay at a fence, a knight's companionship, a custom item from a black an assassination, blah, 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 blah. A week's stay at a peasant inn is 14 charisma coins, it says, which I'm not sure how that works. That must mean bargaining for that. So basically, that's a week's stay. So your 5 coin is going to get you like 3 nights. Is this an inn as well, or is it just a tavern?
I'll let the dice decide.
All right.
High is just a tavern. Low is tavern and inn. It's just a tavern.
Just a tavern. So 5 coin is going to give you drinks for like, I don't know, probably about 3 days.
All right.
Like watered down piss ale. Pretty much. But you drink enough of that, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you're drinking. You're getting 3 sheets. You're getting that in there, and that. So you're there for a couple hours, and I'm gonna jump to area real quick here in a second. But before we do, you're sitting there and you're drinking. And you're getting that water down, and you also get some food and everything. And there's a little bit of entertainment. There's probably there's 3 dudes. One that plays like the tambourine, and you got a flute player and a mandolin, right? So they're not bards by any means or even minstrels. They're just a small accompaniment. If I say that right? Accompaniment. Thank you. That just kind of does that stuff just to give it a little bit light atmosphere. There's a lot of foggy blue smoke. You can definitely tell there's a lot of drugs going on in here, and a lot of stuff, a lot of low life things, and some gambling.
He dabbles a little bit.
All right. Yeah. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that we can go ahead and make a Constitution check to see how?
Sure.
Didn't we just do this in the last Dungeon World? Oh, that was Virgil that did that, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, Constitution. Here we go. 11.
11.
I'm used to it.
You're used to it. Nothing. I mean, you can fully function despite being a little high and a little drunk. So.
Yeah. And he always has like a pre-prepared message whenever someone asks about his sword. It's just like, yeah, I got this off a goblin asshole. Something about a giant. Here, you wanna take a ride? And he just like points the hilt of the sword towards him.
Most people don't want to take a ride on a sword. He's like, They don't want to be cut by it. Not at all.
Yeah.
Some people want can I hold it? And I'm pretty sure I know what your answer is every single time. But maybe I'm wrong.
You can hold the other end of it.
In your face.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one touches the blade but you.
No
one touches the handle, really, the hilt. Okay, so, and then as you're getting pretty relaxed, pretty calm, the doors kick open, and in walks this figure that's probably like 6 feet tall, in black steel armor, with a black helm and with like these like horns that curve like forward like this, with this gigantic axe on their back, like a double-bladed axe, and they're just like the doors slam open and people just go quiet, and this character like looks around the room scanning, and then the helm like looks right at you. And Aria, what are you doing after that? After you guys split up?
Aria's going to go to like a library or a place where they keep records, or a place that holds tales of old stories.
Okay. Why is this? What's going on?
The dragon reminded him that there's a legend of a device that can make travel easier, which can be done by flying. So he wants to see any records they have of this device to potentially see if he or the Vagabonds can claim it and become really rich off of it, because it'd be really nice to just fly from civilization to civilization, not have to deal with much.
Yeah, okay. Let's do, and I know this is something we discussed kind of as our main plot, so let's do a spout lore. I'm going to give you an extra +1 to it. We'll just see what happens. We'll play around with it. And that's
wisdom, right?
I think it's plus int. Yes.
Is it intelligence? Okay.
Yep. I will even, if you want, before you roll. Never mind. Nailed it. Okay. Spout lore. 10+, the GM will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation. Okay, so you're gonna tell me how you heard of the legend in a minute. Actually, how did you hear this legend originally? Back when
because of his history, because of his childhood,
Mm-hmm.
he always wanted to research or find safer ways to travel. Because plus, the more you have to travel, the less time you can spend learning new things and learning more about the world. So, since his father instilled it in him at a young age that it's always best to be moving and learning new things and meeting new people, he always kind of took that to heart. So he always kind of wanted to research a flying machine. And so he remembered reading about it, but it wasn't going to be easy for him by himself to get it. Now that he has a wizard and a fighter who, for the most part, seem to get along, maybe he and they can capitalize on it.
Okay, that's good. All that is true, and you know that there you don't know you know that there was in myth. This is something that was probably around maybe before the gods destroyed themselves, maybe after, as you've collected this data. But this is a good place, and you weren't thinking about this legend, or maybe didn't know about it the last time you were here, or weren't thinking about it at that time. But now you're like, yeah, now I'm onto this. I got these dudes to help me. Let's check it out. And you find like the governmental building in the middle of the chair is where they're placed. This tower is like 300 feet tall, so it's like 200 feet taller than the 100-foot walls of the city. This tower is a massive tower with a lot of sub-buildings around it. And the tower itself is probably like a quarter, I'm trying to see. It's probably like it's a tower, so let's say it's round, but it's probably like 100 yards at its radius, or at its circumference, So it can be, think of the length, since Super Bowl Sunday, it's like the length of a football field in its circumference. So it's a massive tower, and they have a grand library in there. And you research for hours, and you find a lot of bits of information, but you find that you're talking to the librarian who's been helping you find books, and it's just this little old do they have gnomes in this game? This is old little halfling, right? Who, even though fire is not good in the library, he smokes this like pipe of his halfling pipe weed, and he's just like, I notice from the books I've collected for you that you're researching a particular article for a particular thing. I've heard of this mystical flying contraption, this Da Vinci-esque. No wait, that name doesn't even make sense. Leonardo da Vinci. Where did I hear that? Never mind. Anyway, I want to let you know there is more information about this, but, and he like taps his nose. He's like, only the chair has all the most powerful knowledge. They have their own secret library near the very crest of the tower that holds all the darkest and most powerful of secrets. You found out a few things here, but if you want to know the absolute truth, you need to make your way to the very top and get inside their library.
Gonna guess that's probably not going to be easy for a dashing young elf like me.
No, but they are holding the annual harvest ball coming up, where the whole city celebrates for 3 nights straight. Everyone gets to have food and drink all over the city, and even the council comes out to meet people, and they open up and they do tours, and it's just a good time. There's so much activity. That would be a good time. You don't know why he's so crafty. He's like, that would just be a very good time to get to where you need to go.
So if I'm understanding correctly, you're saying that the harvest ball might force their attentions elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. And if you were to have access there and bring it possibly as payment for a friend, a halfling that you've met, bring me a possible item back, I might give you a few more instructions on how to get up there safely without notice.
What item would that be?
I don't know. I just made it up right now. He goes...
You made it up just right now?
That was out of character. I need the name of one of the wizards on the council. Go ahead, Arya. We need a name. Unless someone else has one, but...
Spenfin.
Spempin and Terebus.
Spenfin and Terebus. I like it.
Spenfin and then Terebus. Yes, Terebus. He holds the keys to more than one demon. I, a lonely halfling that everyone hates, much like the elves that they hate, and the dwarves too. And maybe that's why you befriended him, because you guys are like the oddities, right? You're not human. So there's that comfort in the outsiders together. And he like takes a big hit off his pipe, and he's like, there is a black box, steel black box, that if you can access it, that he has many little triggers inside. They each belong to a different demon. There is a certain demon succubus, and her name is Trella, and I would like that so that I may take her as my demon.
So you want a key to a demon named Trella?
Correct. Very beautiful. I mean, very handy to have around.
Yeah, your reasons are your own, little man. And so what about Terebus again?
Terebus is one of the chair, and all of the chair live here and have their own personal quarters on their very own level. He is on level 250, as it were. There's like one level for every floor in the tower, right? How many levels? If it's 300 feet tall, that means each level is not a foot. That doesn't make sense. So we'll say there's like 30 levels, right?
Well, they can also shrink space, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
They did it for the shipping containers.
That's true. So yeah, there's 300 levels in this tower somehow. It doesn't make sense. It's really weird. The outside is different than the inside. It's bigger on the inside. It's like the TARDIS. Many level TARDIS.
So out of character, Terebus is the one that has the box?
Yes.
Okay.
He has a box that will have like, because all the demons have collars or bracelets, right? Lashing them together. And so the person who owns them probably has a key or a trigger or some kind of magical component to where they handle them. And he just keeps a lot of demons, and I want this one.
What if you're lying to me?
If I'm lying to you, well, you know where to find me. I mean, I live here in the library.
Unless the place is, unless I'm not able to get out of it.
Well, I would really like this, so let's see. I'm not sure if there's a roll here. You can straight talk him as a bard, right? Is that one of your abilities?
Charming and open. Yeah, I can speak frankly and ask a whole bunch of questions, but then they ask me the same deal.
Mm-hmm. So maybe he notices what you're kind of looking for, has an idea, but he doesn't know exactly everything, right? So you haven't, he's only just trying to discover, maybe it's going to, but it's up to you if you want to try to go this route or not. I'm making it up as I go. Charming and open. Or you can try to do parlay, where you have leverage, if you have some kind of leverage over him, and try to get him to do what you want.
It could be discern realities if he wants to do almost like an insight type
Oh,
role.
yeah. Or discern realities would work perfectly as well.
Which, let's do that.
Discern realities?
Yep.
Alrighty, that is plus wisdom.
I get an 8.
Not bad. You may ask one question from the list and get plus 1 forward if you act in the answers. Do you want me to read them off to you or paste them in the chat?
Just whichever you want.
I'll do it right here in the chat. There's 6 questions. You can choose one.
Let's try, can I do what here is not what it appears to be, in the sense of I'm trying to gauge if he's telling me the truth?
Okay, that makes sense.
Does that fit?
Yep.
Okay.
He's so blazed out of his mind that you can't, and he just like does books all day. He looks like he's a lonely little guy, and he has nothing to lose. So yeah, he's pretty on the level with you. He's just like, I want companionship. That's what you're getting out of him. So you don't believe he's lying to you at all. He's actually found someone that might be able to help him, so he's kind of lashed himself onto you.
All right, little man. So if I get you this lady, then you'll give me more information about what I'm looking for.
Yes, I will tell you how to have easier access to the private library on the near the very top of the tower. It's not easy to get up there, but a shortcut to at least get you within spitting distance, and then you must, of course, figure it out there. They're all mages, so their stuff is heavily guarded. There'll be tricks and traps and things, but I can have you basically surpass 90% of the danger, just from little shortcuts and things I've learned from all my years here. But even when you get to the very top, that's even a place I haven't been able to access.
And this all needs to be done during the harvest ball.
It would be easier. You come back yourself or whoever's with you. You come see me right here in library, first night of the harvest. I get you up there.
Well, I'm going to bring the group that I'm with. We're going to need a distraction.
I can make that happen.
One guy alone might actually collapse just based off the weight. Collapse the floors based off the weight.
No, they shove in very strong floors.
A figure of speech. All right, little man, you got a deal. Let's see what I can do, and let's see if we can help each other out.
Okay. He sticks out a little tiny paw to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand back.
All right. I'm going to go to the Hobbit names. His name is Merry Fairfoot. No, we've seen Merry in Lord of the Rings, though. So we're going to go with Griffo. Griffo Fairfoot. I like it.
I'm guessing you probably don't like me calling you little man, so what's your name?
Griffo. Head librarian, Griffo Fairfoot.
I'm Arya. I am a magnificent bard and demon slayer.
You are a slayer of demons? Oh, wait, I thought it was dragon.
I'm sorry, did I say demon slayer?
Yeah.
Maybe I've had what Griffo's been smoking.
There's a contact high going on. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, but let me show you. And he just takes out the thing and like sets it right on the desk.
Whoa! He like jumps back. He's like, "That's magnificent. You could probably
Isn't it?
you could probably sell that, or show it around town and get some popularity."
No. This is leverage. Because wouldn't you think it's really crazy if something were to happen to a dragon slayer? If I were to just disappear, something were to happen to me, that'd be a tragedy, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Cool. Keep that in mind.
Okay. Point made. All right. And with that, we shift out and we come down to Thunkel. We like come out of the tower library. We go down. We find like these subway stairs that go down to like a subway station. That go down and switch back. And we are suddenly down in the second level, the sub level of this place. What is this? I mean, we have Rudger on the first sub level. What's the second sub level like there, Thunkel? As we travel down to find you strolling along.
The second sub level reminds you of any college town on a Friday night. It's a little seedy, it's a little run down, but everybody's there. This is a place where you kind of cut loose. It's behind all the big bars. People are drunk. People are doing drugs. People are having fun in general. It's a little less well regulated. Not exactly a dangerous place, but you could pick up your weed here. You could find prostitutes here.
Okay.
Where a lot of the mage students go when they don't want to exactly be seen in public, but they want to go out.
Okay.
So it's fairly bustling even at this time of day.
Yeah, it's like 3 p.m. at this point,
Right.
But it's dark. We're actually literally in a sub level, so there's a lot of magic streetlights and things like that give a glow to the otherwise darkness down here.
Right. I want to know, how long has it been since would it be wrong for me to have taken time to regain my cantrips before I come down here?
You would have to actually go rest and recover technically. It would or it's almost like making camp. You would have to go to a place and have time to rest and then study.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so I go down.
Are you taking? Let me ask a question. Are you taking care to hide your identity, or are you very open about yourself? Because people would recognize you. I forgot what area. What did you roll for outstanding warrants? Was that a
12?
I think Area rolled like an 8 or 9.
It was a 9.
Okay, he didn't do anything that bad, right? I don't remember what you said. I'm trying to remember. I know Rediger.
You didn't mention, you looked at it and then you didn't mention anything.
You said you're going to hold on to it.
Well, I don't remember what I was thinking, so I'll have to come back to that. All right, sorry, Uncle. Go ahead.
So I'm at the level of being a noted person.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, because you got the 10 plus, so word is spread of your deeds, and everyone recognizes you. Even in this big city, people know. Maybe it's a tattoo you have, or a marking, or just the fact you have a shaved head. I don't know what it is, but they're like, "That's Thunkel."
Trying to think if that how well that fits into the story. Oh, no, I don't hide my identity. If anything, I'm going to use that to my advantage because of the concern it may bring people.
Okay, so some people just people look and whisper. Some people are like, "Whoa," and others are just like giving you like that shifty head shake, depending on their opinion of your past here from a couple of years ago. So there's a lot of different reactions. So what are you doing?
I'm heading down to the what was it? The pour beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You find it.
And so I'm going to go into the bar, order myself a drink.
Okay.
And sit down, just kind of survey the room.
What do you order?
Oh, what was that? What I call the blood ale?
You cut a blood ale. I almost think it's like a euphemism, almost a code word, possibly.
Yeah, there we go. I go in and I go up to the bartender and wait my turn, and then ask for a blood ale.
Okay. So, this is the name of the demon that comes up to wait on you. You're in the second sub-level here. So this demon, what's this demon look like?
What's his name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. What is it? Toll God.
Toll God. Toll God is another one of the very how do we describe him for the gates? The ones who looks kind of like a maid with the soulless black eyes.
Yeah, they're like just dark cavities where their eyes should be.
Right.
Is this more of a male or a female persona, or is it androgynous?
This is more more masculine, but certainly has androgynous aspects to him.
Okay.
And he comes up and just asks, "So, what is your wish?" And,
okay, so what is your desire tonight, Lord Thunkel of Telus? No, Lord Thunkel of the
Lord.
Yeah, Lord Logrant. I guess you'll just go there. Here you go, Lord Logrant.
I was sent down here by a friend who says that you have a fresh cask of blood ale.
Oh, a whole cask of blood ale. Yes, as a matter of fact, we have some fresh right off the boat. And it just waves its hand on the bar, and this obsidian beer mug is just there, and it's filled to the brim with red liquid. Whether it's blood or wine or something else, you're not sure. He's like, take your drink and go ahead past and there's this door in the back. This door frame's with these beads that hang down, like dark beads. He's like, take your drink and go ahead and wander back to the, what do you call it? The champagne room of places. Wander back to the champagne room.
All right. I take it. I pay him the appropriate coins.
We'll say 1 coin for the services rendered here, as far as the drink and the information.
Okay.
And this time there probably will be an actual coin, since you don't have presentation.
Yep.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to cheat them here.
Okay.
Not if they have blood ale. So I head into the back.
Don't forget your drink.
I didn't. I have the obsidian flask, and I'm careful not to spill or slosh this on myself.
Yeah. It's a demon serving you something.
Yes. I walk to the back, and then it's an empty room with a basin in it. I pour the blood ale into the basin, and it swirls down.
Oh, this is how we're going to go. Okay. All right. So as you go through these beads, the thing is, as you go through the beads, they're not really beads. They're more like wisps of smoke. So as you pass through, you feel as though you're kind of stepping into another reality. It gets very cold, very bitter cold for a second, and then you find yourself in this room with a basin. And I guess you kind of you feel like you know what to do, and you just pour it out, right?
Right. So I pour the basin in, and the blood ale is more blood than ale, is an offering to the demon who's entrapped in there, and it's the fee for opening the door to purchase from whoever's vending that day.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not even going to do any rolls. We're going to say that's what it is. And this is when what was it, like a basin? Yeah. The basin, like just you pour it down and it's gone, and the pedestal itself sinks into the floor and it's gone, and in its place. No, I don't like that. The basin like solidifies over, and it's something like a table, and so across the table is something, another entity, and it's like, oh, Funko, you come and you bring cargo, excellent. Let's get down to business. And he's wearing like, it's just like, he looks like a human. He's wearing like a bowler hat that's kind of tipped over one eye. He's got like a vest on. He looks like a con artist, like a three card money dealer on the streets, real conniving looking. And he's got like a little toothpick in his teeth. He's got real bright red eyes though, and just kind of like his skin looks really off, semi-red with scales and everything. And he's like, let's make a deal. And that's when we flash back over to Rudiger, who is sitting at a table calm and having a stare down with this like black steel garbed person that just walks in. And this thing is like clunk, clunk, like the noise you make when you walk, because this person's about as big as you are. Maybe not as wide, but definitely as tall. And got this steel battle axe on their back. And they just come to stand before you. Rudiger?
Do I know you?
What? Wait, what'd you say?
Do I know you?
No. The voice echoes from inside. You can't really tell who they are. And it's just like, but you were in charge of keeping my brother alive, and you failed.
I've failed a lot of people, mister. If you want to do this, we can, but we're going to have to step outside. I already paid for drinks.
He's like, that sounds like good to me, but you should know. And takes off the helmet and flies back. You're like, I'm no mister. And there's this tall, dark-skinned woman with hair pulled back into braids, and she looks like the spinning image of Crow, but in a female form and much bigger. She goes, my brother died because of you, asshole, and I'm here to collect a blood debt on his behalf.
He looks at her, and then he just like goes like this, and he's like, that ain't no woman gonna be worth my time.
I think at that point she like kicks the table and knocks it over with your round of drinks that are all there. All your drinks go splashing and breaking on the ground.
He looks over there, then he looks back.
She's like,
and he said,
she's pissed. Go ahead.
but I'm sure you'll be a nice little distraction for now. And I like slowly stand up and show her how big I am. And I take my sword, throw it onto my shoulder, and I point towards the door and I say, march.
She's like, she steps to the side and she's like, I don't take orders from you. But
Well,
she still goes out.
We'll just have to change that, won't we?
She like walks backwards with her putting her helm back on. Like everything in the bar is like looking around, and Mistress Yana was about to be like say take it outside, but since you are taking it outside, she's like, "Oi, I got 10 coin on the big woman. Who I'll give her 2-1 odds." If you're like, "I'll take that," and the gambling immediately starts happening as you guys both make your way outside in the streets.
It's right before I go outside. I look behind me after hearing this, and I'm like, I want to cut a 50% of all this.
She goes, Yana's like, 30.
Fine. You want to give me more money? I'll be happy to perform. And I head outside.
Okay, let's do this. All right. Let's see. So yeah, she is she's in full plate, and she hefts this large 2-handed battle axe. And you guys step out in the street, and she's like, "You're supposed to keep Crow alive. Now feel the wrath of his older sister. I am Raven, and I am going to take your head."
You could try taking my head, but you want to take the head of that damn bitch, you're going to have to go down to the underworld where I sent her.
Oh,
If you think this will solve your conscience or make you feel better, make you feel all pretty inside. I like take my sword off and I like point it right at her. You're more welcome to try.
And with that, she tries, and she comes at you, bro. She's mad, bro. She comes at you. What do you do?
I want to try and sidestep her strike, and then like pirouette, come down with the strike of my own.
Okay, you're gonna try. You're trying to. Boy, it sounds like defy danger, dexterity style.
Okay.
Let's see how this works, huh?
Yeah.
No clumsy tag for you. You're a natural in your armor as you pirouette, because you
Yep, I am.
You were originally in the ballet. I mean, of course, or whatever they called it. No.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's an XP, but that's not good.
No, yeah. All right, let me look back here. Go ahead. It's going to be the better. I mean, you try to pirouette, and you jump out of her way, and you turn and swing, but she's already ducked, and she comes back up with a battle axe right up across your chest. Please roll 2d10 twice and take the higher result.
Okay. Uh, 12.
Okay. Ouch.
Indeed.
And she slams you back, and it may cut right through your newly repaired armor. And you see your blood flash in the air. And people now, there's a group that's gathered around, and they're just like, blood, blood, and they're screaming. And your turn. What do you do?
All right. As she does that, I'm going to try and step on the head of her axe, and just thrust my sword right into her. I'm going to try and attack here.
You just want to go straight up hack and slash?
Yep.
All right. I say roll plus strength, and if you make it, you get to do that extra damage that you've been holding on to.
I do, yeah.
I just don't want you to forget that.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's happening? Sean,
I'd
no!
probably die.
Okay, mark another XP, please.
Yeah, I'm probably dead though.
No, this is not necessarily. I'm taking a look at everything here. Let me take a look at. It's because I want to make it interesting and not just trade hit points all the time. Just it's really more for flavor. So let me take a look at what you got. Okay. So you go and you try to step on her axe. Like she swings low. You put your foot on the axe to hold it down. She backhands you in the face. You step back a little bit, and she swings her axe into your side, but you turn, and you hear the crushing of glass as both of your healing potions get crushed by her axe blow.
Oof. All right.
Your armor protects you, but you lose both.
Okay.
And just the leaky juice is pouring out, like not even on your wounds to where you can take advantage of that. You're like, uh-oh. That went some good money right there.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
What'd you do?
I want to try and let's see. I want to feint her with my sword and attack where I think she'll acting like I'm going to try and attack where I think she's going to be, and then only like let go with this hand and let the sword like lay in the ground and just punch her right in the face.
So you're going to try to feint and jaw jack her.
Yeah.
That sounds like quick thinking, or you're fooling with charm. Let's see. I would let you. I mean, we can go straight up hack and slash if you want, but I mean, if you're trying to defy danger from her, you could also Do what you're set out to do. You can defy danger with quick thinking with your intelligence or your charm with charisma if you're fooling her that way. Or you can straight up hack and slash.
Yeah, I think I'll just hack and slash right now.
Okay. What is happening to you? What is happening to your rolls here? That's 3 6s in a row.
Yeah. I'm going to roll again just as a test.
That does not...
It doesn't seem right.
That does not seem right to me. I'm gonna roll for you. I just want to see what happens on the strength. You have a weak mark. Did you know that? And a scarred.
I shouldn't have a weak marked.
I see that and the scarred are both checked.
Oh, I don't remember doing that. Oh, I know what happened. I was trying to click on the character sheet and I ended up clicking on the space between strength and the mod.
Wow, holy crap. I'm going to try to look at the roll.
I was destined to lose this fight.
No. It's like rolling a d10. I am rolling a d10. Okay, yours is a 2d6. Oh, I was rolling your damage. That's why. I'm dumb.
I got wasted a 12 there, but...
These are all... Okay, so... I don't know what happened. I think I owe you... Let's go back to that third 6 and make it a 7 at that point, because I think you would have had an extra +1 because you had a -1 checked off there.
Okay.
I don't want to go back... Unless you think we should need to go back it up that far. I think...
I'm okay with that, yeah. That's fine.
What's that? Back? How far do you want to go back? Or
just the 1. Because I didn't realize that I had selected weak. I shouldn't have selected weak. But
Okay.
yeah, just the 1.
So you got damaged the first time. Did you not... Let's say you didn't lose your healing potions?
Oh, no, because it would be...
Sorry about this. I don't know what happened. It's weird.
All right, Rudiger. There's 4 6s that I have here.
Yeah, but we only got to the third 6 because then you tested it out.
Right. So the third 6 should be I think, a 7.
Okay, we'll just go to a 7 on that then.
Yeah, because it's saying -1 here on this one.
Okay.
Roll over it. Okay, so a 7 on that one.
Okay, so she'll do damage back to you, but first go ahead and roll your damage plus your 1d4 against her.
Okay.
Whoa, that was weird.
3 plus...
The only negative check marks on which I have should be area on his constitution at this time.
+3, so 6 together.
6 total?
Yep, and that's armor piercing 2, messy and forceful.
Armor piercing 2, so she has 4 armor, so 2 goes through. So she takes 4?
Yep.
Okay. Did you also negate from your armor when she hit you?
Oh, no, I didn't. I totally fucking forgot about that.
Yep.
I haven't done this in a while, sorry.
No, just make sure. Did you have like another 2 HP back? 2 or 3?
Yeah, so I'm at 11.
Okay. All right, so roll 2d10 twice and take the higher result of damage.
Okay.
Not armor piercing.
2d10. So 11, so it would be 9 damage to me.
Okay, where are you at?
2.
Oh boy!
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you step and you both strike back. You slam into her with your sword, throw her around. She punches you back. People are howling for blood. Your guys' blood is gushing everywhere. She took a pretty good shot. She doesn't seem overall as healthy as you, but she's damaged you a lot more than you've damaged her.
Sure.
What's your thoughts? What do you do? I know this is kind of straight up battle. It's a fighter battle right here.
Yeah, it is. I want to look around real quick and see if there's any like a barrel or something that I can like throw at her as I try to like jump back and gain some distance away from her.
Okay.
Would that be a discern realities, or is there anything I can throw near me?
I'll just say, yeah, there is a barrel. You're doing something else to avoid danger here. Yeah, there's rain barrels, there's carts with stuff on them, there's people. So whatever you decide you want to do, go ahead and tell me what you're doing. But there are things to grab and throw.
I want to grab a cart and fucking chuck it at her.
Okay. I think maybe this is a volley roll.
Possibly, yeah.
I think it's a
could roll
volley. Like
dexterity.
you actually pick up a horse cart or small cart, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm a strength of 17, man."
Yeah.
And you volley it. So that's actually plus. Let's see, it's still plus dex because you're throwing it, but you lift it up
Okay.
first, no problem. And then we'll
All
see.
right.
Then we'll see what
Go.
happens.
That's a 9.
That is a 9. On a 7 and 9, choose one. Whatever you choose, you still deal damage. So you have to move to get out to get a shot placing you in danger. You have to take what you get, negative 1d6. And you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. But I don't think that counts here. So I'm going to have you pick between the first two. So either you are in danger or you to negative 1d6 damage when you hit her with it.
I think I'll take the negative 1d6 damage just so that I have a chance of living. And I'll say that, I try picking it up and then blood just gushes out of me and I almost falter.
Mm-hmm.
I wind up spinning it around and then chucking it at her, and maybe it clocks her leg or something, and I get a little bit less damage out of it.
Okay, so roll whatever your damage would be normally and then roll a d6 to negate from that total.
That would be 2.
Oh my gosh.
Does she heal if I get
No.
Okay.
I'm still
It
gonna
doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna say that's 1 minimal, but her
Okay.
armor would still. Oh man, your rolls are. You're getting some good experience, but your rolls screwed you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pick up the cart and you throw it. You stumble and you throw it. People are just amazed. This thing is flying through the air, and she's like, and it just breaks down around her, and then she's like, "The Black Knight always triumphs." I'm sorry, I stole that from Monty Python, but she goes, and she starts to pace towards you, and you're just sitting there bleeding, like, "Holy crap!"
Can't do Prancing Pony, but we can do Monty Python.
What's that?
We can't do the Prancing Pony, but
No, I know.
we can do that.
I know. And you sit there, you're just kind of like catching your breath, and we shape up back to town where Arya is walking out of the library. Sorry to keep it on a cliffhanger. We'll come back in a minute.
That's fine.
Give you a chance to think for a second. Arya, what's next for you, sir? This is what's hard because you guys are not together, so I got to bounce around. But you can still come back together early and find each other. You kind of know each other's routes, so you do what you want. And I think.
Realistically, I would probably go to the tavern at this point. So
The tavern you guys always meet at? Or just a tavern that you know, that place that you're a local at?
well, it depends. How much time do I have before we have the rendezvous? How much time has passed?
It's whatever you got. I mean, it's only been a couple hours. You guys either all stay at the same place and agree to meet up later, or you said something about seeing each other in a couple days.
A couple days. I thought it was just like
I thought it was next day.
Oh.
We were all supposed to meet up at this one inn, and then
You
the
tell
next
me.
day we were getting up together and working out a plan as to
But
what to
just
do.
the evening.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the... Dem, what's the name... Or, sorry, Arya, what's the name of this inn and tavern?
the one that we're rendezvousing at.
Yeah.
We decided to call it the Poor Beard.
No, that's the place where Thad went. Or Thunko went.
I thought that's where we were rendezvousing at.
I'm pretty sure that's where we're rendezvousing at.
Oh,
Yeah.
Same place?
Same place.
So it's you rendezvous with this at the seedy location. I gotcha. All right. All right.
Well, so let me ask this: do I hear the commotion from the fight?
You can do discern realities. How about that? Because he's on the second sub level. No, wait. Thorgrant is on the second sub level. Yeah. Rudiger is on the first. So I would say that I'll give you a +2 to that roll because it's probably going to be pretty obvious.
I'm sorry. What's the? What do I roll again?
I was going to say discern reality.
Wisdom.
Let's see. And that's that
9.
before an extra +2.
Just if you said +2, then that's 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's super obvious. There's a street fight going on. As you wander down, you see Rudiger looking pretty beat up. He's still holding together pretty strong. And there's broken remnants of a cart surrounding this tall figure in black steel armor with a helmet with these curved horns going like this. And this person wields a gigantic, bloody, two-headed battle axe. And they're fighting.
I look around. So I see he's kind of beat up.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'll do is I'll see, is there anyone in the crowd that looks like they're a fighter?
It looks like they're a fighter.
Yeah, someone who looks like they'd like to get into the action.
I want to say make luck a roll, but there is no such thing as a luck roll. Discern realities. Let's do it. Let's do that this time. Just regular, straight up. Wisdom. That's wisdom. You can ask 3 questions, and probably I'm assuming, and you can do more if you want. What should I be on the lookout for is probably something that pertains to that.
What here is useful or valuable to me might also work.
So if I don't ask the 3 questions, do I hold on to the remaining?
I think it's now.
It's now or never.
I'll let you, since we're in this scenario, if nothing major changes pertaining to what you're asking, then you can hold on to it for a minute. But I don't think there's really a rule.
Because I only have 1 question. I just remember, what was it? Apocalypse World. I thought you held on to your...
We can, that's fine.
Well, so let's do, what here is useful or valuable to me. So basically, out of character, what I'm doing is I'm trying to play by my alignment. I'm going to try to persuade someone to get into the fight and fight her.
Oh, yeah. There's
so that way, if somebody dies, it's not going to be Rudiger. It's going to be someone else.
Gotcha. So you want to try to maybe even aid or interfere to get someone to jump in. So yeah, I will say there's definitely people wanting blood. There's brawlers. There's some people that have weapons, but there's definitely brawlers and ruffians down here. There's plenty. There's plenty to choose from.
So let's say I go up to the toughest one, and I'm like, and so the guy that I think looks the toughest.
Mm-hmm.
I go up and it's like, well, what's going on here?
They're fighting. What I heard is that guy, he's like over there, got her brother killed in his latest journey. Her name's Raven. She's a badass. Her brother's Crow, a famous caravan owner, and he let her die.
That guy's Rudiger. No, he's with me. I don't know what she's talking about. That didn't happen.
What?
She's lying. She's not telling the truth.
He's like, well, of course she is. I think.
How do you know? I've traveled with him. I know what his name is.
Okay, I guess that's true. Well,
so don't you? You should
train.
You should stop this man. You can be a hero. You can be a hero and stop this from an innocent man getting killed and he pauses for a second, some beastly woman from getting in big trouble and possibly going to jail. And it'd all be on you.
Me? What? What? Let's see. He's getting mad, I think, because he's not sure. I think, let's see, you don't have any kind of spell or anything. Unless you're going to straight talk, I would say you defy danger with charisma.
So that's a charisma roll?
He could parlay if he has any sort of leverage.
That's true.
The only leverage I'm trying to do is, like, he can be a hero. He can become famous. He can become that famous fighter who stopped an innocent man from possibly getting killed.
I'll accept that. Parlay, which is still a charisma. InstantRapAirhorn.com. So he's like, that's true. I could be a hero. I'll make a cut of the money. And he runs into battle.
Right, you do it.
Okay. I'm going to have, I think you're aiding Rudiger, right?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's a direct aid, but I'm just trying to stop. I see he's hurt, so I'm just trying to stop the progression of it.
Okay, this guy has 2 uses for you, Rudiger. We're gonna go that way. He has 2. He can take 2 damages for you. So Let's come back to you. What do? She's like, I'm gonna put your head on the top of my axe and carry it around town after I piss all over your sword and break it in half.
That's my choice is made for me. I am going to fucking like he just and he grabs the crimson cleaver and he like runs. He like starts walking and then runs and then he leaps and strikes down with a big downward strike.
All right.
I'm gonna have this guy, if I can, come in from the side, like run behind me, and then come in from the side with like a swipe. Like, what is this guy wielding? Like a sword or?
He just has like a cudgel. It's
Okay.
It's nothing major. He's a big dude, so he probably uses his fists most of the time.
Okay. Yeah, he just comes in.
He
And,
runs foolishly, actually a fully
We
armored
got a
foe.
huge battle axe, a huge weapon from another weapon, and then this cudgel.
yeah. And then he just like swings the cudgel against her back. So maybe take one forward on it.
I would say I was going to use him basically as he's just going to have 2 holds. He's going to take damage
Okay.
for you if you
Okay.
end up getting hurt.
Okay,
So,
that's
but,
fine.
But he's rushing in. It's all the same. So go ahead and hack and slash.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. So this is where he would get hurt, and so you don't have to take damage.
Okay.
So 7 to 9, you deal your damage. Enemy makes an attack against you, but the enemy is making an attack against him. Technically, she like back swings and doesn't know he's there. So he's striking her harmlessly in the back. Like her axe like digs into underneath his arm and like just chunks him. He's like, oh, and she's like, wait, what? And leaves herself open for you to take a strike. Go ahead and deal damage.
All right.
Nice work, Bard.
That's 6.
6 and 2 is piercing, right?
Correct.
She takes 4. So you come in and she's like open in the side, so you take her in the side possibly, and it gets through some of that armor. And sweet armor, by the way.
It is.
Sweet plate armor. Ryder's like, yeah, I know, I've been eyeballing it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And she steps back and she like throws that guy off. She's like, what is this? I thought this was an honorable battle. You bring stooges into the fight? Let's show you.
If you can't maintain focus, then you don't deserve to wield that weapon.
All right. She kicks dirt up in your face and then charges you and jumps in the air and comes down like overhead swing, you know, tomahawk style. Well, it wouldn't be tomahawk, but just overhead battle axe swing comes down on you. What do you do as she's coming down through the air? Like she jumps in the air, like how do you jump in full plate armor? And she's coming down like in a slow motion movie. What do you do, Rudiger?
I mean, if this chick dies, Rudiger's going to be sad, but he's going to just thrust up his sword right towards her as she's coming down. Hope to catch her before she makes contact with him.
Okay, I think you're defying danger by enduring, which is going to be, that sounds like to me, right? You're standing right there open, but also like, you're basically going to try to hurt each other real bad, right?
Yeah.
So I think this will be a plus con to defy danger.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, snap. There's a message here.
All right.
I'll look at that later. So, you go back and
I'm
look
at 6 XP just on my failures today.
Wow. Very
Yeah.
nice. So that was a 6. Okay.
It was a 5, I think.
Okay, it was a failure overall. All right, so
Yep.
here's the tough choice that's coming in. She's gonna come down, and let's see. Okay, you can spend the hold, and this is up to you if you want. I mean, she can make contact, or you can have your dude take the shot, and that's all for him. That's one choice. All right. That's up to you individually as a choice if you take a shot
Sure.
or not. So she's gonna come down on your sword. You can change your mind and flat blade her to throw her off. And she'll take half damage from your roll, or you can spear her right through the middle, and I'm gonna give you an extra D6 damage, but it's gonna ruin the armor unless it's repaired.
Okay.
And then you'll tell me if you want to take the damage from her or if you want Brohim there to take it. Cudgel
I
man.
definitely want him to take the damage.
Okay.
Why do I have this condition? I shouldn't be scarred, I don't think.
No, you shouldn't be. I'm not sure. You shouldn't
I
have
don't
any
know
of those
why-
checked.
Yeah, I shouldn't have any of them. Anyways, okay. I'm definitely gonna have this guy take the damage for me.
Good choice.
I think because of my alignment, I have to go for the full damage here,
Okay.
which is defeat a worthy opponent.
All right. So, Cudgel Man's going to take your damage, and then you're going to do your damage plus a d6,
Yep.
and the armor is going to get basically caved in the middle. Not that it can't be repaired, but okay. So go ahead and roll your damage, and then an additional d6.
So that's 6 plus 5, so 11 with 2 piercing, messy and forceful.
So you'll do 9 total. Okay. I was gonna say if she was close, you could maybe keep her alive, but she's 5 over where she was supposed to be. She comes down and just gets skewered on the Crimson Cleaver. Like, this thing is a huge sword, and it goes like from her throat all the way down to like the pubic bone. Like, that's, I don't know how wide the blade is, like this wide, but I mean it goes. It's
Probably about
okay.
like there.
So like a foot and a half.
About almost 2 feet.
Almost 2 feet of blade pierces through her middle of her body, and she comes down, and like her axe, like as it's coming down on you, like the force of getting hit, like makes her lose her balance, and the cudgel guy is behind, like taking a swing, and the axe flies back and just splits his head open, and his brains go everywhere, and he's just like, "I was a hero," and he falls down. Brains splattered everywhere, dead. She's skewered on your sword, and she comes down, and like the force of her weight and her armor bring you to the ground, but she's dead on your sword. Blood just pouring out all over you. And the battle's over.
I look up at her, and I say, "Oh, you dumb bitch! Why did you have to do that?"
And her visors come up, and she's like, "My family will avenge us."
I'll kill them too. You just sealed their fate. I just take the sword out of her, and I fucking come down, chop her head off.
Okay.
And
all right.
I pick it up, hold it up to everybody, and then I go back inside, hold up her head in front of Yana.
Oh, she's watching at the door. Everybody's in the street.
Yeah, I hold it up in front of Yana, and I say, 30%.
Hi.
And then I just like collapse down onto one knee and let go of her head.
All right. Roll like 40-10 plus 20.
Okay. $38.
You earn yourself 38 coin,
Sick.
which I'm sure Ariel will be like, actually. But you don't even see.
Right.
I don't even know if you saw him in the crowd. So we're almost at the end of the night here. I'm gonna step back, and this is the aftermath. You guys will pick back up with you two next time in 2 weeks as we come back here. So I'm gonna jump back over to Thunkel, and you're sitting here with this sly-looking humanoid demon with red skin and bumps and ridges, red eyes, a bowler hat, and like a vest on with long sleeves underneath it. And he's like, "So Thunkel, what can I do you for?"
It's been a while, Bulgar. It's nice to see you again.
Bulgar. I like it. He goes, "Yeah, boy, making people disappear. I mean, that was part of it."
Oh, you know I didn't have much to do with that.
Well, I mean, I think we had much to do with that, but you know, who's keeping track of who does what nowadays?
I guess you must be not having too much trouble staying ahead of the guards these days. I appreciate the entrance, though. It's a nice touch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta keep it sealed off when we're doing dark things in dark places.
I sniff the air. Is this the sixth dimension?
You know I'm not really at liberty to say, but I'm not going to deny anything either.
Of course, of course. So let's cut down to business because neither one of us actually likes pleasantries.
I hate them.
I have three things I need from you.
Oh.
One, I need the thistle oil from the bloody needle plant.
The thistle oil? Is that one of the off characters? That's
poison.
That's one of the poisons,
Yeah.
okay. The thistle oil, all right.
Yep.
Okay, thistle oil, all right.
And I know you usually keep a stock of that around. The second one is I have a friend with me, and I gesture at my head, and I need to know who she is. I pull out the wand and hand it to him.
The wand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need to know who the wand is or the demon that's living inside you?
The demon that's living inside me. I
I
assume they're related.
Are you offering me the wand?
Maybe. Depends. That was the third one. So tell me the nature of this wand.
Okay. Well, you come asking many things. Okay, so what is the poison that I'm looking at the book? There's not many poisons in there.
I'm just looking for something that inflicts pain and damage, as opposed to like poison systemic, making them sick.
Okay, Kira. Target next day. So just doing damage.
Yeah.
Serpent's tears. Okay, but we can call it whatever you wanted to call
Sure. Serpent's tears is fine. I was just making something up.
it. Okay, so you want to know who the demon is, the properties of the wand,
Yeah.
and how to get the
The serpent's tears.
serpent's tears.
Yep.
He goes, I can get you. I mean, straight up coin will get you the serpent's tears.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 10 coin. And maybe we can bargain a little lower for that if you're willing to do some services. And then, well, I'm kind of hitting the wall here because I think we need to have maybe this discussion in our next episode.
That's fair.
Okay.
And then with that, I'm also going to be looking for work once I get my information so we can make an exchange or he can send me on a side quest.
Okay, yep. I have some ideas, but I want to kind of expand on it a little bit so we can kind of come to a good deal. And I'll have it ready for you next time. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
So we'll say that you list off all these things. You're like, I want this oil. He brings up a vial and he's like, coin for coin. We're good.
Great.
He goes, you're a friend though, so I'll only charge you 8 coin for it.
We know you don't have friends, but I also know that you want something from me.
Yes.
To be good for later. So I'll take the 8 coin.
Okay, so that deal's done. You get a vial of Serpent's Tears, and for 8 coin. And then you talk about the demon in your head, and you're like, oh yes, I've smelled her type before. And then you lay the wand down, and his eyes light up. He's like, ooh, this is nice. And he just kind of has that devious smile, and that's when we pan back, and we fade to black on this episode of
Cool.
Dungeon World, The Vagabonds. And we're going to be back in 2 weeks after this to resume again. So we're going to be hot to trot, ready to go. I'm correct on that, right? 2 weeks from tonight, we'll come back. All right.
I think that works.
Okay.
Unless we want to do a special time on Sunday.
I'm sorry, you were real low again, Dan. What'd you say?
Unless we wanted to maybe do a special time on Sunday. I'll be gone by like 3.
Oh, you're talking about doing it earlier in the day? You know, we'll discuss that in chat or afterwards. How about that? We'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
Okay.
If everyone wants to do it, then maybe we can work something out.
Yeah, I'm always good for that. What is next Sunday? I don't think anything major. But we'll talk about it in chat once we all look at our schedules. Let's do the end of the session stuff real quick, and then we'll close out here. All right?
All right.
Let me find my end of session stuff. Where did you go? End of session. Go back to the main book. Basic moves, special moves. End of session. Okay. Let's do this, guys. I don't know. I had a good night tonight. I think we got into an urban adventure. We had some some good experience rolls tonight. I think it was pretty good. No one died. Good thing the bard came in. That was looking a little dangerous there, Rudiger.
It was, yes.
All right. Okay, so here we go. End of session. Choose one of your bonds that you feel resolved, completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise. Does anyone feel as though they completed a bond tonight?
I think the bond that I have that says area owes me their life, whether they admit it or not. I think I have to resolve that at this point. Because area is definitely going to, well, I shouldn't say definitely, but most likely going to inform me of the assistance that he provided. So,
What?
Area, if you think that you're definitely going to bring that up to him, then we'll call the bond resolved. But I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah, it's going to come up in some way. Okay, yes, resolve that, erase that bond. We'll make a new one and mark an XP.
okay.
So you guys, it's always 7 over your level, right? So you should be working towards getting a total of 9 XP for your next level. All right, and then we'll come back to you, Rudiger, when you think you have a new bond for area. Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody else feel as they might have completed a bond tonight?
I don't know if it'll apply now or maybe the next session, but mine with Rudiger. Rudiger doesn't trust me, and for good reason.
Okay.
After the incident and after he finds out what happened, maybe he will open up to the little old bard a little bit. But I don't know if that should more wait until next session or not.
If you're intending on letting him know that you did this and we already gave him a bond resolution, I would allow you to resolve it early for the XP. But I want to hear if Rudiger is going to agree with that or not. If he thinks that that's going to be something that the bond will grow a little bit.
I think that it definitely comes into play. Rudiger is going to be angry that you didn't let him do it just himself, because that's just the kind of person he is. But at the same time, he'll probably calm down and say, "All right, thanks," and then just move on.
All right.
So yeah, I think that's a valid bond take out.
All right, area. Go ahead and mark an XP and erase that bond and create another with Rudiger. And you guys don't have to. If you think of them, let me know before the end of the broadcast. If not, we'll try and make sure we go over them next time. Thunkel, do you think you resolved any bonds tonight?
I don't think I resolved any bonds, but just watching the way Rudiger is being played, I don't think my bond with him really applies. I just do not think there's any way I could possibly convince him that force and strength would be anything but the best answer.
I think I can completely agree. Rudiger, what do you think?
I think that he doesn't really have any sort of grasp on magical or arcane implementation at all. Like, to him, his sword is magic. And it's not even magical.
Yeah.
I think that if you think that it's no longer applicable, then I think that's fine. I would say if you're going to change it, maybe change it more to something like maybe show him the wonders of magic or something like that. Or, I don't know, something else that you might think applies.
And that's kind of what I think is I don't think it's a bad bond to have, but I think I just picked one that's going to be very difficult to resolve and will take several games to get through.
Nope, that's fine. So, go ahead.
I'd be happy to downgrade it to something about showing him that there is magic, but
you know the thing is though, the bond is resolved even if it's no longer applied, so you can erase that bond and also mark experience and then rewrite it in a way that you want it. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
So everybody gets an XP from one of their bond resolutions, and when we have a new bond, let's just share. I'll move on though for time's sake. Whoops, that's the wrong sheet. Okay, so end of session bonds. Okay, so once bonds have been updated, look at your alignment. If you've fulfilled the alignment at least once a session, mark XP. So I'm going to go back. Let's go backwards here. Thunkel, did you feel you did your alignment? I think you might have.
I did. I cast fear, and there's a couple of times as far as just not being a nice guy. My motives.
What was your alignment? What's it say for your alignment?
Using magic to cause fear and terror. Literally cast fear. I mean, it's kind of a cheap shot, but I'll take the XP.
Nope. Okay, mark XP. That definitely applies. And then we will go. Let me scanning up to the Bard here. Bard, did you fulfill your alignment?
I caused Brosif in the group to just run out after this woman. So that is a significant and unplanned decisive action.
Yeah.
Spur others to significant and then plan. Yeah, he wasn't planning on getting himself murdered in a fight.
Nope.
Mark XP for you.
And I gotta say, I went back and forth. I thought about maybe just breaking out arcane art, but I figured I would probably fail it, and it would empower the lady, and Rudger would have gotten killed.
Yep, that very well could have happened.
So I figured instead, I'll dupe some other guy into getting killed.
I think that was
And it all works out, except for the lady in the brosif.
Except for those two other people, yes. Yeah, Mark XP for fulfilling your chaotic alignment. Wow, that's amazing. I'm so rooting for all of you guys on these alignment things and everything, really. So, what's the alignment of Rudger? It's neutral, right?
Yes, defeat a worthy opponent, which I think I did for the most part.
Yep.
I mean, there's some interference, but aside from that, I think, I definitely did.
You did all the damage this time.
Yeah, I did.
You did all of it. So, yeah, I'm going to agree with you. You can mark XP.
Okay.
Defeat a worthy opponent. She was. I took her because I thought about the character, but I didn't actually build the character, so I had to find one in the back real quick. And it's a tough character, a tough monster in the back of the book as far as the stats. I thought. Oh man, I don't know why my Zoom keeps doing that. Stop my video. It keeps like freezing. The last couple weeks, it's freezing. Like I got new high-speed internet, everything's better, but for some reason Zoom is being a punk. All right. Oh well. All right. So we did that. Let me go back to the top. So everybody got 2 XP so far for end of the game stuff. That's super nice. Okay. So now I have 3 questions to ask you. If there's yes to any of these, everybody gets an XP. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I think that's Thunkel or area of expertise.
I think that's more an area. I'm learning stuff, but this is people I've already talked to before. This is backstory.
This is more like, did we
Advance the world?
Develop the world.
Yeah, more
Oh,
I feel it's more of
yeah.
an out of game character. Like, do we learn something new and important about the world at this point? I mean, about the way the city works, maybe.
Yeah, we learned a ton about the city. I mean, the defining how the guards work, figuring out where the market is, discussing the levels. Absolutely. The bartering system, the open fights with money on them. Sure.
The council and yeah, okay. I'll say one. I'll say yes, and now let's do an XP.
That's for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Did we?
I level up.
Nice. Once you, oh man, I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, once you get some rest, which I think I could see Rudiger going back to smoking some opium and like I'm gonna sleep a bit. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? This is. I mean,
Not seeing it.
I mean, you can kind of apply it to the night a little bit, but I'll let you guys, if you guys think that was something.
That was more of a one-on-one battle.
I could agree.
Mostly, yeah.
If you were all there, I would almost say yes, but I think we're probably okay. That's probably gonna happen next time.
Unless you really want to give us the experience point, you can say most of the party was there.
2/3 majority.
But this is for everybody though, so.
I think this was mostly an exposition game. We've got a lot of stuff set up for the next one.
Okay. My last question is: did we loot a memorial or a memorial? Well, it is going to be kind of. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Almost. I ended up wrecking it, but
Well, I mean, there's a nice battle axe, which maybe, but I think it's more the armor. Would you take the armor? Do you plan to repair it?
probably, yeah.
Okay, then I'll
I
say,
mean, it's definitely better than the armor that I have, and
yeah, it's
fucking plate mail. Like he's totally into that.
black steel plate mail with a black helm with horns on it.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's yes for everybody. Then everybody marks XP.
All right.
You guys probably all came up. I mean, I know Rudiger, he got a lot of attention there, so we'll he also did a lot of rolls, so we'll balance her out. How close is everybody else?
Yeah, I'm up.
You leveled up?
Yeah.
I'm 5 out of 9.
5 out of 9. Okay, we got to get the bard caught up then, or kill him. I mean, get the bard caught up.
If you want to give me 4 experience points, I won't complain with that.
Not quite, sir. Not quite. But you
Heck,
do
if
also.
you want to give me 20, I won't complain.
How about this? I'm gonna give you 1 extra XP because you kind of set up the main quest item or the kind of the idea we have for you went that extra mile and did all that RPing to set up the legend and the myth. So
Okay.
that'll be good. Well, and then we're good. So next time, once you guys rest again, the other two guys can level up, get new spells, get new attribute points, and that's it. We got through everything. Yes, sir.
I finished my bond.
Oh, let's hear it. Well, that's with the bard, right?
With Area, yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired of Area interfering with my fights. If he intervenes in my fights again, he's going to owe me again.
Okay. Perfect. So that will happen the next time he obviously intervenes in a fight, because it's probably going to happen, right?
Probably with my fucking rolls. 3 6s in a row, yeah.
Holy crap! All right.
I've had those nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call of Cthulhu 2 weeks ago.
God, 99 rolls.
Yeah. In Call of Cthulhu, it's bad to roll high. Let's just say it's a D100 system. You got to roll low. That's just it.
So similar to like Dark Heresy and stuff.
Could be, yeah. It's a D100 system, so the higher you build your stats, you have to roll under your stats. So the higher you build them, the easier it is to roll underneath them. But
Okay.
when you roll 99s, there's just nothing you can do about that, right, Dem?
Right. And my so to put it in perspective, my character was essentially a hunter, and I was rolling 99s on tracking.
Literally leading the group in a circle.
Yeah.
He just stared off. That's all he did.
Yep. All right. Well, let's do shoutros, and we're out of here. My name's Lucas, lucasgvariety, a variety of stuff out there. Thank you if you joined us online tonight instead of watching the Super Bowl. But if so, go Patriots. That's all I'm going to say. Tom Brady. Woo. Yeah. No one else cares, but it's gonna put it out there.
Of course.
Yeah. Got to watch my boy. He's a Michigan quarterback, and I'm a Michigan fan. So, Eagles, whatever. Go Patriots. That's 6.
Sports.
6 Super Bowl rings if he wins tonight. 6. That's amazing. So he's a master of his craft. Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah. Let's jump over to Thad and work backwards. Thad, say goodbye and stuff.
All right. Goodbye and stuff. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you next time.
All right. Jump over to Dem, and then we'll move to Outsider.
I'm Dem. I'll finally explain why the name 2017 comic is on my nameplate. I'm trying to do a webcomic that's in very early development phase, and I stream the development as well, so that you can follow that on twitch.tv/2017 the comic. Hopefully I'll actually start releasing these sometime in March, not May.
All right. I'm looking forward to reading it. Oh, yeah. I hope there's a character based off me. Yeah.
That'd be worth 20 XP.
You get all the levels.
It'll have dark humor, so yeah, I'll throw Luke in there. He'll be the
Throw him in under the bus. Whatever.
maybe visually, yeah.
Oh, all my dreams coming true. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Dem. Outsider?
Hey, I'm the Outsider, also known as Sean, also known as Ultra Lazuli, and a bunch of other different names. You can find my primary stuff on patreon.com/synthesize, where I'm working on Synthesis, a custom, totally new RPG system that I'm working on. I have just gotten all of the like supernatural abilities done that I can think of, at least. I might release new ones after all this is said and done. I still have to work out like all the balance stuff, but aside from that, that's done. So looking forward to working on skills next and getting that all nailed down. It's been a long time coming, but aside from that, you can also check me out on patreon.com/shortestfiction. And that is where I'll be doing little writing projects, and I'll have a little short story, maybe like a page or two every month. And I'll also be doing poetry and stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. So go there and join my little literature club. Nobody hangs himself.
All right. Sounds good to me. Thank you. Yeah. And you'll find all the links to all these guys and their stuff in the description in the chat below on the YouTube video. So I just want to say thanks for playing. I had a good time tonight. No one died yet. So I want to check all the viewers. Thanks for watching. You guys, thanks for playing. It's Lucas, and we're out of here. See you guys next time.